Welcome to the 4th annual Grifties and the first ever live Grifty Awards. And now for your hosts, Uncle Hotep and Hotep Jesus.
Yo, no George, but I can't even breathe in this joint.
That's fucked up. He working on that Coon of the Year award.
Black people, am I right?
We've got some great categories tonight, including athlete.
We'll say what's up to your dad.
Season's COVID-19.
Who did you want? Hamlin? Hamlin's a sleeper. Hamlin's a sleeper.
Female, musical, celebrity, people's political grifty, the Hall of Fame, and a surprise category.
Y'all see we professional. We got the teleprompter and shit. And of course, the one everyone is waiting for, Grifter of the Year award.
From podcasts to movies.
DJ Protocol.
Yeah, DJ, that's the time to do it.
This is not a grift. I really think Lil Nas X is a gay demon.
How dare you?
Unlike most modern award shows, none of these women have penises.
Women shouldn't speak anyways.
Y'all picked the blackest room for a black. Paint the walls white so I can see y'all next time.
All coons look alike to me.
Some of you white people too. Some of y'all look like you came from 8 Mile.
We're halfway through, no one's been shot yet.
But I'm going to say at the Grifty Awards, there's only one person more arrogant, more self-assured than me, and that's Hotep Jesus.
Grifter of the Year.
Clap it up for old Uncle Hotep.
Hopefully my kids will watch this and be inspired and stuff like that.
Fuck them kids.
I'm looking for my wallet. I'm like, oh, thank God he didn't take it. Thank God.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of Hotep Nation. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of the happenings on the streets, be they the Twitter streets, the YouTube streets, or the streets of Exton, Pennsylvania, may not be disseminated without express written consent from Hotep Nation. If you can't come up with your own award shows, show segments, merch, or other product ideas, just give us a call. Hotep Nation is more than happy to help you grow your brand if the price is right. But stop stealing our shit. Come up with some original ideas or cut the check. Or at least drop a super chat. Damn. You really think we don't know you're watching?
The views expressed by guests are their own, and their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. Views and opinions expressed by Hotep Jesus are those of Hotep Jesus's and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Hotep Nation or any of its officials. If you have any questions about this disclaimer, please contact our Office of General Counsel via the sheet of the town. And Hotep and them.
I only have 3 words for you. Not my president. The Grift Report starts right now.
2, 1, boom. Hotep Jesus.
Of all the Jesuses I know, he's the Hotepiest. Social scientist and YouTube host, Hotep Jesus.
How the fuck do you get a name like Hotep Jesus?
The one and only Hotep Jesus.
Ryan Sharp, better known to the world as Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Somebody said, what do you think you are? Some kind of Hotep Jesus? Ooh, and
that's
I was
good.
Just like, ooh, that's sexy. Yes, I do think I'm Hotep Jesus.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to the Grift Report, live Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm your host, the Grift God.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Hotep to the chat, Hotep to the Hotepistanis.
Hotep.
Roll call. Who's in the house? Cannon speaks. What up, Cannon? I turned the chat on today. Rumble, I don't know what's going on with Rumble. I'm trying to connect to Rumble. Rumble's not working. Maybe they broke something last night. Who knows? What do you mean they sniped the Hotep Jesus fan account? What does that mean? He says, hey, y'all, they sniped the Hotep Jesus fans account last night while I was live tweeting the Hotep's reaction to the debates last night, right after I put out a poll. What do you mean they sniped it? Like they took it down? It got canceled? What do you mean? Anyway, shout out Jay Pylon, Jay in the house, Hotep Yatu Saves, Sears Up, Haram Life, our sister podcast. Make sure y'all tune into the Haram Life podcast. Kelson in the house, Sauce the Prophet, Champ, Jalen, Andre K, Tim Taylor, Rudy the Vet, Russo. Strong Dad is in the house. Angelia, Melissa, Lauren is in the house. What's up, family? It's the morning after the presidential debates, and boy, what a debacle it was last night. For everyone unaware, coupon code StrongDadJune gets you 45% off. 45% off all supplements at menofwater.com. Coupon code StrongDadJune. We're only days away for this coupon code to expire. It's the second largest discount we had of the year. So take advantage now while you can. Coupon code StrongDadJune, 45% off. Get your Apex testosterone supplement so you don't act like such a punk. And probably what Biden needed last night, get your flow. That's our brain supplement. We also have the sleep supplement online as well. menofwater.com, coupon code StrongDadJune. He said, I can't log in or post anything. Wow. You be wilding out with that account. I don't know what you did, man. You probably arguing, piss people off. I told you keep it cool with that account. Maybe it's not your fault. Maybe I'm just jumping the gun. We got a lot to cover today. We got a lot of clips to play from the from the debate last night. But first, we gotta cleanse the chat. We gotta cleanse our mind. Strong Dad June message of the day brought to you by none other than Mr. Strong Dad himself. Let's see what the message is today.
Strong Dad June, day 28, and before I release you for the weekend and the end of Strong Dad June, I want to leave you with some important messages. Firstly, I want you to remember that in this world, you are more than just what you do, but also who you surround yourself with. And if you choose to surround yourself with the weak men who are afraid to embrace their masculinity, who live their life to be content, who live their life in complacency, who do not choose to get the work done that needs to be done, you aren't that far behind. You must learn to embrace your masculine self more than maybe you ever have. If you've decided to take on the Strong Dad protocol, the Strong Dad philosophy, just know that it is a lifelong process, and the minute you put it down or discard it, you are excommunicated. You don't belong. Your masculinity is one of the few things that once embraced makes you nearly unstoppable. So you have to learn to see your masculinity for what it is, a blessing. It is not a curse. It is not a dirty word. It is not predatory. And it sure as hell ain't whatever narrative people try to spin on you. Your masculinity is what you make it. And if you make it a facet of your greatness, if you make it a vehicle that propels you to the promised land, then there is nothing that can stand in your way. Much love. Happy Strong Dad June. See y'all next year.
Damn, I'm about to cry. That's our last Strong Dad June message of the year. Not until next year. Oh, man. Alhamdulillah. Oh, my God. Oh. Well, he's right. If you don't step into your masculine, you're probably going to end up somebody else's biatch.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Thank you, Alex. Strong Dad June. Strong Dad June is the coupon code, 45% off all supplements on menofwater.com. Time for the Men of Water moment of the day. Men of Water moment of the day brought to you by, of course, menofwater.com. Back to the dating pool. It's one of my favorite segments. We got to talk about dating. Some of y'all young whippersnappers out here, y'all need a little bit of guidance in this department. The ladies, too. New episode of the Balloon Dating Show. Let's take a look.
This girl was rejected because she looks like a black Barbie doll.
Myowa.
Myowa, how old are you?
I am 32.
32.
Hold on. We gotta see her whole fit. First of all, I love the name. It's very unique. It's exotic. I don't know if we're allowed to say that or not. Exotic name. Myowa. She's probably African. She looks to be dressed nicely.
Okay. And what do you do?
I am a business owner of 7 years. I'm a lash instructor. Yeah.
Oh, she's a lash tech. Red flag. Lash techs. Oh, man. Lash techs are like, it's the new rapper for women. It's the new rapper for women. Remember when every man wanted to be a rapper? Well, every woman wants to be a lash tech. Huge red flag, but let's give her the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, all right. And now what are some things you look for in a man?
Definitely a great work ethic, consistent, a lover of art, whether it's like music, creativity, painting, anything.
Okay.
Yeah, and someone that's just emotionally available.
Okay. And now what are some of your deal breakers?
The only thing would be like a pessimist and cat owners.
Okay.
Oh, she's on point. If your name ain't Goldstein, you should not have any cats around you, men. Cats are a huge red flag for men. You get you a dog and get you a big dog, preferably one that bites the shit out of motherfuckers. That's a huge red flag. She's on point with that. And pessimist, yes, absolutely. Who wants a pessimist around? Yuck.
Okay. All right. So
Sonny Johnson in the house.
we did get a few pop balloons. Let's go ahead and go on over to these guys and see why they ended up popping.
Okay.
Let's start right here. All right. If we can have your name and age.
Oh, hell no. Oh, no. They got Blade back in the building.
And why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name's Eric, and I am 38.
Eric got the Democrat accent. It's going to be a no-go for me.
And the reason I popped it is I don't like heavy eyelashes, and there's something going on with, I feel like the left one is just so heavy, it's hard for you to keep.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the eyelashes either, you know. And they're so common today, it's hard to get around. You almost got to look past it.
Your eyes open or something.
Oh, okay.
There's something, yeah, so,
okay.
Yeah, there's something going on. So,
okay.
Yeah, and then, that was the first thing that caught my eye.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry.
Oh, absolutely. That's your...
I got to be honest with you. In 2024, fake eyelashes could be a red flag. Not always. But they could be. It's a little bit sketchy to me. It's a little bit concerning to me when they got. I'd prefer not to, but I wouldn't pop the balloon just because that's a minor fix. You throw some water on her face, take them dumb shits off, and then we keep it moving. But it's a minor red flag.
That's your thing.
It's just a preference,
For sure,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah. So.
And now is Eric someone that's your type?
I would say yes, because you're Nigerian, I'm assuming. Yeah.
So you speak Yoruba?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go over to our next guy here.
Absolutely.
If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Yeah, Priest, 33. Hey, you look like a black Barbie doll.
Thank you.
I ain't got enough money to afford you.
What? Fellas. That's never an excuse to date a woman, because first of all, you shouldn't be leading with your wallet. That's a huge mistake, leading with your wallet. So that shouldn't be a concern. It's not that you got to afford her. She's got to be able to meet your expectations in other areas, personality-wise, et cetera, et cetera. What her financial requirements are have nothing to do with you. So that doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll go broke. And
he's showing insecurity. This is giving insecurity. Step your wallet up, son. Step your wallet up. And his outfit is shaky too. He got the doobie wrap on top of his head, Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
You know, he got the cut up sweater with the cargo fitted jeans. Oh, it's what is those Yeezys on his feet? Oh man, she dodged a bullet right there.
Have to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Boy, I need 4-5 job to make you happy. Boy, you
next.
Yeah, you got some pretty toes too. Yeah, nah.
And now I know y'all not finna zoom in on the guys. Okay.
And now is
you, I
Priest
appreciate
someone that's
that.
your type?
I would say yes. I love your style.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you. Yes,
absolutely.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. If we can have your name and age and why you ended.
Oh God. Oh no, brother. What the hell he got on? He got the Haitian just hopped off the boat Supreme outfit on.
Ended up popping your balloon.
My name is Reginald. I'm 33 years old. I popped my balloon because I can see through your shirt.
Through the bottom of it? Yeah,
I
not
can-
the nipples though.
Yeah, I can see through it. For me, that's just a little too much. I don't wear this cross just for any reason.
Absolutely.
Oh God. I got the cross around my neck, so holier than thou. Wow.
And so, yeah, it's just, I'm not feeling it.
I respect it.
We seen this before? Nah, we didn't see this whole thing.
Appreciate you.
All right, and now same thing as Reginald. Someone, if he were to approach you, is he your type?
I don't go off types just off of looks, so I would say no.
Okay.
You want to be specific?
Yeah, why?
He just has on all black, and I just felt like maybe it just feels like you didn't put any effort into your outfit.
He did it.
Hey,
He did it.
That.
Yes.
That's cool.
He can't dress.
Thank you. Let's go on to our next guy here. All right, if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Absolutely. My name is Demetrius, and I'm 36. And the only reason why I popped is just I didn't feel a physical connection initially. And so
I think he got to step his polo game up. That's the basic polo. You got to step your polo up into the $100 range. That's the basic polo. That's the $40 Marshalls polo. I'm not feeling the color either. He tried to do something with that color. The color doesn't work for him.
So that's all. That's the only reason.
Perfect. Okay. And what about him? If he were to approach you, would you go for that?
Lauren
No,
says she let him
just
clap.
the height thing. But that height doesn't matter to me. But if we're just judging,
I'm telling you right now, this is a good woman to breed with. She got D1 jeans.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Okay. Yeah, that's an Old Navy polo. She got D1 jeans. This is NBA draft material, FIFA material, NFL material. She got them jeans. Somebody better snap. I wouldn't have popped the balloon. I'm telling you right now, I'd have held on to my balloon right here. You know, she got to be one of my wives. This my D1 wife. You know, every man needs wives. So, you know, you need a brainiac wife. Maybe she's Asian, super smart. But every man needs to breed with a woman who can give him an athlete. You know, that's what I'm going to ask her. You know, did you play any sports when you were younger? You know, this is good breeding material right here. This is D1 jeans. Yeah, AK.
off looks, then no.
Okay, got it.
No problem.
Thank you. All right, if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name's Ernesto. I'm 31 years old.
Oh, no. Oh, no, Ernesto. What is this? Where'd he get this shirt from? He shopping with the Poppies? He got this shit from Front Street in Plainfield from the Poppies. This is a no-go. And the thing is, he got a black shirt underneath. Kevin Samuels is rolling over in his grave. This man needs a fashion consultant. He doesn't have a wristwatch on. There's no chain. It's giving broke. It's giving broke. His hair, I don't know what he's got, some sort of slick back situation going on. Like he got the conch in there from the 1960s, 70s. He said that nigga finna go bowling.
And you're very beautiful.
Thank you.
know, Black Barbie.
That hairline is killing me.
Physically, definitely 10 out of 10. But just the first impression.
As a black job outfit. This is what you wear to the job interview when you're looking for a black job. Strong Dad, $5 super. I've been dressing like CJ from San Andreas for years and never had an issue getting bougie women. Facts. Facts.
Because, you know, you have to go off of first impressions. You seem very...
Black jeans are a no-go.
Business-minded right now. And, you know, I'm looking at the age where I need a woman that maybe has one thing going on.
He got Unc's Walmart barber.
With business, and then has more time to kind of develop a family. I'm just going off of first impressions.
Yeah.
But you're very beautiful, and
Thank you.
It was very nice to meet you.
Yeah,
So,
you as well.
Yeah.
All right. And how are you feeling, Demetrius? Is he your type?
No.
Okay, why not?
His hair. That's all.
Okay.
Yo, what kind of hair is that? They zoomed in on it too. Cameraman knew what he was doing. Look at the hair. Yo, this like the basic cut when you log into Grand Theft Auto for the first time and they tell you go get a haircut. And it's the cheap haircut because you ain't got no money yet. Oh no, fam.
Okay, if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
All right, so this brother got his shit together. This brother got a little paper. He got the leather joint on. He got the chain. He got the Adabisi hat. He got his Sunni beard. He got the camel. He's got what you call a confident outfit. Like he put this on. He was very confident. You can tell by his body language. This brother got it going on. Pause.
Balloon?
My name is Mike. I'm 37. I don't know. Me and my man got a similar haircut. I know it's an individual thing, but over a haircut, it seems like, I don't know.
Y'all haircut is not the same. You're kind of like faded on the side, I see.
Okay, yeah.
And
he got a bowl.
I don't know. I keep it clean cut. I don't know if you had a preference as far as like, you know, just it needed to look a certain way, but it seemed pretty similar. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
That's the default 2K my player hair. Oh wow, not the default.
Personal. I mean, you look good.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
thank you.
Absolutely.
And how is he someone that's your type?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Well, there you have it, folks. These brothers missed on that one, man. That's D1 jeans. D1 jeans they passed on. You see a tall Nigerian woman walk past you, man. That's your meal ticket right there to the NBA. That's the box seats. That's the floor seats right there. You know? You gotta say, listen, baby, let's go to the track and see how you run. Let me see if you got any varsity jackets from high school. You know? Anyway. Time for everybody's favorite segment, Grifter of the Day. Grifter of the Day, sponsored by Grifties. Make sure you go to grifties.com, vote for your favorite grifter. Vote for Hotep, Jesus, Goldstein, Uncle Hotep, and whoever else. And don't forget to nominate. Also, watch the Grifties. Go stream the Grifties. We did it live this year. It was great. We had Alex Stein in the house, Leonardo Joni, the racist, Sam Tripoli, and many, many more. Nerd Nash, you know it. So go stream the Grifties. All right, time to go into the elections. We all warmed up now. We're all warmed up. The Democrats are reacting to Biden's situation last night where he faltered at the podium. AOC Saul weighs in.
I just saw the debate and fuck! Jesus fucking Christ! What the fuck was that? We hopped you up on meth and Adderall, Bowden. All you had to do was just stand there and not be fucking retarded. God fucking damn it, Bowden. We're finished. I'm gonna have to go back to bartending. Any lobbyists listening to this, I need your money. I am ready to be bribed. Fucking Christ. Just don't make me go back to bartending. Oh my God. Bowden. Goddamn fucking Bowden. You old fucking fuck. Fuck.
Yo, go support the AOC project on Solana, $AOC. I believe the best way to trade is with a bot. Allows you to dollar cost average, forget it and set it. You can set your limits. That link is in the description box below here on YouTube. Hit the link in the description box below and trade with the Telegram bot. I absolutely love it. All right, y'all. All right. First clip of the day. This is where we knew Biden was falling apart at the seams. Just falling apart at the seams. Let's go to the clip.
Look, there's so many young women who have been, including a young woman who just was murdered, and he went to the funeral. The idea that she was murdered by an immigrant coming in. They talk about that, but here's the deal: there's a lot of young women who are being raped by their in-laws, by their spouses, brothers and sisters, it's just ridiculous, and they can do nothing about it. And they try to arrest them when they cross state lines.
Thank you.
There have been many young women.
All right, so we got to just make a correction. The other day, I said that the mute button was so they can cut Trump off. I was wrong. It was so they could cut Biden off. CNN ran cover for Biden a few times during this debate. Look at the abrupt cutoff.
And they try to arrest them when they cross state lines.
Thank you.
Thank you. You messing this up, Biden. This is what she's saying. Thank you. Just shut up, President Biden. She was furious. Like nobody gave him his flow. He ain't get his flow. Biden, nobody gave you flow beforehand. Jabari Judah, $20 super.
This a real Hotep brother.
Watching these shows, the scientific study about the fall in testosterone in men since the 80s, and seeing this in real time is wild. No disrespect to the fellas born after 1990, but some of y'all need apex and bass in your voice.
This a real Hotep brother.
Facts. We have a testosterone crisis and we're fighting it. One man at a time, one pill at a time. Apex. Coupon code StrongDadJune over at menofwater.com. Get your testosterone right, fellas. Wow. It was like, at least for this question, it was just helping Trump. This is why we need to close the border, because of the dangers to American citizens. So that was just a huge L. Huge L. It got worse. It got much worse. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. This was the beginning of the debate. This is when I just knew that the Democrats set him up for failure.
The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border.
Yo, look at Trump turn his head when Biden starts stuttering. Watch Trump.
The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, we had the safest border in the history of our country. The border, all he had to do was leave it. The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
The split screen definitely worked in Trump's favor, Trish. Oh my God. Trump roasted his ass on that one. He's like, I don't think he knows what he said either. Oh Lord. But it gets worse. Like just when you think it couldn't get any worse. Oh, CIA done hacked into my phone. My phone doing stuff. Come on, CIA. Leave my phone alone. All right, let's go to the next clip. All right, I made a mistake. This is when I knew it was a wrap for the Dems. Right here, this clip right here.
One of the worst moments for Biden tonight when he lost track of what he was saying in the middle of an answer about...
Not one of the worst, the worst moment for Biden last night.
Medicare.
Making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
I shouldn't even be laughing, yo, because this is just messed up. This is cruelty. This is elderly abuse. We're going to play that back, though.
Making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with.
Look at your notes.
If we finally beat Medicare.
You see Trump's face? You see Trump's face? He's like, yo, you cannot be serious right now. Lauren Southern chimes in and she says, let's take a look and see what Black Twitter had to say. Black Twitter, this nigga Biden getting cooked already. R.I.P. this nigga Biden. Bruh, this nigga Biden finna fold. Oh my God, why he talking like that? This nigga Biden's so fucking old, man. Yo, this nigga Biden is gone. This nigga Biden geeked out his mind. Hey, why the fuck does Joe Biden walk like that? This nigga is a robot. You might be right. You might be right. That AI was not working last night. This shit just started and Joe Biden already waving to nobody in the crowd. What the fuck? Absolute shit show. Now, one of the moments, before we get to the Democrat reaction to all of this, one of the highlights of last night was surrounding a moment where former President Donald Jerome Trump mentions black jobs. And all of the boule blacks, all of the blacks who work for the highest corporations in the greatest land in the planet, America, highlighted when Donald Jerome Trump mentioned black jobs. And they said, what is a black job? Well, Strong Dad chimes in. He says, y'all be black, blackity black, some more black, and some more black all damn year. Now y'all niggas want to know what black jobs mean. Exactly. So somebody tries to argue. Old Crow says, yes, because you can be black, but that doesn't make your job that it's a simple concept. No job was created for blacks. Strong Dad says, so you mean to tell me we haven't been harping about black unemployment rates?
Oh, this a real Hotep, bro.
Get him. Sonny said, my favorite part was watching Hotep face during the debate. Listen, I could not hold my expressions back. So you mean to tell me we haven't been harping about black unemployment rates? We have been talking about systems and using the word black as a descriptor. This type of ignorance works on people born in the 2000s, but it don't work on the rest of us. Talk to him.
Oh, this a real Hotep, brother.
Talk to him, Strong Dad. Talk some sense into these fools. You know what a black job is, nigga. Let's stop acting stupid. Let's stop acting stupid like you don't know what a black job is. And then I had to chime in. The only blacks that took offense to the black jobs comment are blacks with white jobs.
Oh, this a real Hotep, brother.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I know Rumble's not working. I tried to get into Rumble. Rumble's not working. It's broken from last night. I don't know what's going on. I tried. It's not working. So, oh well. So we're live on X and YouTube today, just so we have a backup. These are the people complaining about Trump saying black jobs. The people in white jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know what they mean by black jobs. Even Bryson Gray. This is Sonny's favorite music artist, Bryson Gray. He says, pro-whites on Twitter been the most annoying group for months. But this, we don't know what black jobs are, crowd, will take the W over the next week. Y'all know good and well what black jobs are. They're low-income jobs that usually don't need a college degree to work. Now, yeah, Rumble got hit with the laser beam. You know, I think Rumble shouldn't have taunted the system. They should have just said, hey, if you guys want to stream, you can stream it over here. Just kept it professional, but they was taunting, and now they're dealing with the hackers, you know, the Julian Assanges of the world. Anyway, I don't agree entirely with Bryson. I get what he's saying. He's not wrong, but he's not 100% right either. So I want to set the record straight on what a black job is, okay? A black job is a job that exists in a primarily black area. Detroit, for example. If the majority of the population are black people, if the majority of the residents are black people, and the majority of those jobs are not going to black people, and they're losing those jobs to illegals, well, that's a black job. It doesn't matter if you're high up in the office or in the janitor room. The fact of the matter is, that's a black job. It's a job that could have gone to a black person, but somebody decided to skimp. Somebody decided to save their shekels and hire somebody who illegally crossed our border, an illegal alien. That's what a black job is. And all these people want to jump through hoops and jump over hurdles to try to find something wrong with what Trump said. And like the other brother brought up, like Strong Dad brought up, you can mention black unemployment all day long. So if there's black unemployment, then there is black employment, aka black jobs. These people just wanted to be so dense. They just wanted to be so offended, so obtuse. And it's these boule blacks, these boule Negroes. Absolutely, utterly disgusted at these people complaining about what black jobs are. We had a bunch of people, all run out here, specifically Detroit, right? In Detroit, you had a lot of people complain about being displaced by illegals. Detroit has a huge black population. In fact, I think Detroit was founded by a black man. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Maybe that was Chicago. I don't even know. But they were complaining. They were saying, yo, we're losing our jobs. We can't even get to the YMCA. We can't even get to the YMCA. We can't get to the community center. Here come one of the bot accounts. They said if blacks are competing with undocumented, unskilled, uneducated migrants for jobs, that says more about their lack of motivation, ambition, and willingness to succeed, and less about the categorization and description of the job itself. Ladies and gentlemen, coon emojis in the chat. I'm tired of hearing this shit about blacks are too lazy to take these jobs. That's not the truth. That's not the truth at all. We got to dispel that myth. We've got to dispel that myth. Now, I wanted to go to, here we go. So this guy right here, Plato's Goon Cave, had a very brilliant response. And he says right here, then what do you think happens when a bunch of illegals are dumped into an area full of people with low-skilled jobs that require little to no education? They now have to compete with people who will work for less and live in a rented house with 10 other illegals for the cheap. And then he comes and he drops the receipts. Yeah, that was such a coon comment. Blacks are too lazy and that's why they're not getting the jobs. No. Let's take a look. So the white man had to come and correct him. He says, an industrial bakery not too far from me was busted a few years back for being almost entirely staffed by illegals. When a company was forced to sell after firing everyone, the company that purchased the place hired mostly black people from a nearby neighborhood. And then he drops the receipts. Chicago immigration raid leaves bakery scrambling to rehire 800 workers. 800. You want to talk about why black unemployment is so high? This is just one area, one job, one corporation, one factory. 800 workers were illegal? 800? That's an entire graduating class of a university. That's like the entire NBA. All the players in the NBA still don't add up to 800. Do the math. Maybe I'm off a little bit there, but 800. Second screenshot says, at major Northwest Side Bakery, labor issues pit blacks versus Hispanics. It says right here, February 16, 2018, African Americans were discriminated against because day labor agencies knew they could take advantage of the undocumented workers. Skimping. They said, we're not going to pay the blacks because the blacks want too much for their labor. It's not that blacks are lazy. You see, what they like to do is they like to say that blacks are lazy because they won't work for peanuts. No, that's called intelligence. That's not laziness. That's intelligence. Oh, you won't. Oh, the Hispanic man will work for peanuts. And yeah, he's working for peanuts because he's used to getting peanuts.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
He's used to getting pesos. He's used to living in a tin hut. And it's 20 of them sharing a one-bedroom apartment. 30 of them in one Honda Civic. They pull up to work. They hopping out the trunk, hopping out the back seat. This is who we competing with. You want me to pull up and work for illegal wages. That's called intelligence, not laziness. And the only reason why these people are working for cheap is because they can't get the jobs that require proper credentials, proper identification. So you say it's laziness, but no, it's the fact that they don't want to pay black people what they're worth.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com. I wish all the black people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the white people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the Hispanics were as smart as Hotep Jesus. Because that guy, he really gets it. He knows how to boil it down.
We got 450 watching. Let's get those likes up. Hit the like button. If you're ever on Twitter, hit some button. I don't know, likes, retweet, something like that. So let's dispel the myth about the trope about black jobs. And even the NAACP had the nerve to chime in. Let's go to the NAACP account. Let's go to the NAACP account. Where are they? Here they go right here. Look at this shit. Where is it? Right here. We're still trying to figure out what a black job is. Because if it's showing up every day to build a democracy that continues to undermine us, we've been doing that since 1619. Quote this with your black job. First of all, y'all know how I feel about democracy. Anytime If you want to know if somebody's a Fed, if you want to know if somebody's an agent in the Matrix, if you want to know if somebody's an Agent Smith, they'll use the term democracy as if it's a good thing. Democracy is one of the most criminal evils to ever exist in this universe and all universes. Democracy is a synonym for despotism. That's what that is. But the NAACP, aka the National Association for Coon People, because that's what the C in NAACP stands for, coon.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
These damn coons, that's what this shit stand for. Coons. This shit wasn't started by black people, wasn't made by black people, and it damn sure ain't for black people. This shit is a Democrat op to destroy black people, to hold black people back, to keep them in a state of victimhood. This is a socialist, Marxist, trying to be, somewhat professional here, cartel designed to destroy us from the very inception. I'm disgusted. You know what a black job is, NAACP, something that you ain't got.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Something that you ain't got. You ain't got no black jobs over the NAACP. Ask Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey said when he walked in there, he couldn't find no black people. When Marcus Garvey started the UNIA and he walked into the W.E.B. Du Bois chapter of the NAACP, he said everybody in there was white passing. The only color that the NAACP supports is white.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Coons. Coons. Get me fired up on a Friday. Yeah, NAACP keeping them chains on tight. Coon people. National Association for the Advancement of Coon People. That's what that shit stand for. Anyway. So last night was an absolute shit show. And the Democrats are chiming in. Maria Shriver, Mama and Mama G, open-hearted and open-minded journalist, says, I love Joe Biden. I know he's a good man. I know his heart is good. Joe Biden's heart is as good as, finish that sentence, chat. Joe Biden's heart is as good as hot shit in the middle of summer on the concrete. That's how good his heart is. Finish that sentence. Joe Biden's heart is as good as nothing. Heart. Nigga ain't got no heart. He's the devil. He's always been the devil. Ain't no goodness in him. If it was goodness in him, his son wouldn't be a crackhead.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
If it was goodness in him, his son wouldn't be a pedophile.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Yeah. It's as good as Satan's. Haram Life said as good as tits on a bull. His heart is as good as Hunter's. As good as Dr. Umar's dating game. As good as a Beyond Meat burger. Huh? As good as an alien abduction. As good as Hunter's crack pipe, says Sonny Johnson. Huh? As good as Unc's music taste. Oh, there you go. As good as Uncle Hotep's barber. As good as the 1994 crime bill that he wrote. As good as Elon's Neuralink. As good as Robert Byrd's Klan hood. As good as Build Back Better. Keep going, chat. As good as democracy. There you go. as good as the videos on Hunter's laptop. Listen, who is this lady talking about here? Must be two Bidens. She talking about some Joe Biden hold down a black job.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
The hell is going on? She says, I know he's dedicated to our country and is surrounded by good people. What? What? Dedicated to our country. What? He's not even alive. He's not even coherent. How can he be dedicated to something he doesn't even know exists? He's living in an alternate reality inside of his brain and surrounded by good people. What good people? There's not an ounce of good people around him. The only good people around him are maybe the interns because they haven't been corrupted yet.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Good people where? It's called the swamp for a reason, Maria Shriver. The hell you talking about, lady? Good people. Good people where? In D.C.? In D.C.? You must have lost your mind. Last time I drove through D.C., I seen Godzilla. That place is evil.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
When you drive through D.C., the sky gets dark. It starts thundering and lightning. The clouds get dark. The air stinks. There's nothing good about that place. What good people? Where they at? You said she a bot? She gotta be a bot. Serious up, $2 super.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Democrats really need sunlight right now. Democrats need some flow. They need some flow. Hotep Daxter 13.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
HJ, should the business owners hiring illegals be subject to penalties? Absolutely. Maybe they hired illegals to reduce cash flow to make save back for DEI hiders. What do you think? No, lock their asses up. You hire illegal people, lock their asses up. Matter of fact, if you hire illegals, send your ass back across the border. Send their asses to Mexico. You like Mexicans so much, send your ass to Mexico. Venezuela, wherever the hell you hiring people from. Go build your shit. If you like Mexicans so much, build your corporation in Mexico. Hell's wrong with these people? Good people. Surrounded by good people. Surrounded by a bunch of liars. A bunch of deceivers. If these people were good people, they wouldn't have put Joe Biden on that stage last night.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I'm going to say it one more time. If he was surrounded by good people, he wouldn't have been on that stage last night.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Huh? Good people. Good people. Good people would have sat his ass down somewhere and let him rest. And let somebody else step up to the plate. Good people. Surrounded by good people. He's got a VP. He's got a VP named Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, however you say her name. And when it came down to it, when everybody was talking about a substitution, they didn't mention the VP's name. That's who you're supposed to go to. You go, oh, well, the backup is the VP. They went straight to Gavin Newsom. He's not even surrounded by a good VP.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Tonight was heartbreaking in many ways. This is a big political moment. There's panic in the Democratic Party. It's going to be a long night. Hey, listen, if you think it's going to be a long night, I got something for you. I got something for you if you think it's going to be a long night. What I'm going to need you to do is go on over to menofwater.com, hit shop, and get you some moon. Get you some moon right there. That's our sleep support supplement. Maybe to help you sleep at night after these dumbass decisions. Being a Democrat has obviously fucked your brain up, Maria. The hell are you talking about? Coupon code StrongDadJune, 45% off, and that's discounted from the already discounted price. Take advantage, Maria. You need some sleep. There's going to be panic in the Democratic Party. There's not going to be no panic in the Democratic Party. They set him up. They set Joe Biden up. That's how you know they're not good people. Now let's hear from the VP, Kamala. What Kamala had to say. Let's see what our Indian VP had to say.
I got the point that you're making about a 1.5 hour debate tonight. I'm talking about 3.5 years of performance in work that has been historic.
But
whether
is that
it be
the man
infrastructure,
who we
the
saw
former
on the
guy, the
stage
other
tonight?
guy,
Is that
the
the
other
person
guy
you
on
see
the
in
debate
meetings every day?
stage? The person that you saw on the debate stage that has, for the last 3.5 years, up until today, performed in a way that has been about whether it be in the Oval Office. I got the
just a bunch of fucking buzzwords. Oval Office, historic. She ain't said nothing. I would call it a word salad, but it ain't even a salad. This ain't nothing but fast food. This was fast food. And she had the nerve to use historic. You're right. Joe Biden's presidency has been historic. Historically disastrous.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
That's what it's been, Kamala. And now MSNBC has even lost their shit. Even MSNBC began fighting last night. Let's go to the tape.
Okay, hold on a second. That I agree with everything you said, except for the last part of it. Everybody calm down, and I'll tell you why. I mean, it's fine to not spin what happened last night, and we're not going to. Again,
by the way,
he had
Mika,
a terrible
by the
night.
way, Mika, everybody's calm here.
No,
you're the only one raising your voice.
No,
Get her together, white man. Get that Karen together. The only person losing their shit is you, Karen. It's you. You're the one panicking. Everybody else knew what was going on but you. White liberal women have destroyed this country left and right. Pull your shit together, woman.
Everybody is calm here.
But again, it's the let's just immediately pull this.
How she get a job? This got to be a DEI hire. How she get this job?
Let's end this. Let's find someone else.
That's not what Mike said.
That attitude toward this is what I am saying slow down on. Because, again, there's no spinning it. But let's be balanced.
Spin? There was nothing to spin. We all saw the same thing you did, lady. That's why you're panicking.
Let's, for once, show some balance in a media world that is so shrill with imbalance that we've become inured to the difference between these two candidates. So let's put it this way. Gene Robinson, I'll go to you.
Well, wait. I just have to stop you. First of all, we always show balance.
We are, yeah.
Secondly, nobody's panicking. I said these were questions that Democrats and Joe Biden needed to ask themselves. And Mike said he missed one pitch down the middle after another and wasn't up to it last night.
Right, okay.
He said
wasn't up to it last night.
He said last night. So I will say that it's not panic. I mean, it's not being panicked. To understand what's at stake and understand the window is closing very quickly. And, and if last night did not reveal that to you and other Democrats, then it needs to be revealed pretty soon.
They are falling apart at the seams. They are falling apart at the seams. Even CNN had to admit there's a huge problem going on. You know it's bad when CNN is throwing Biden under the bus. Let's take a look.
Political elites and the American people. It'd be nice to see what the voters say. But I can tell you it started minutes in. It started with the first couple of answers, and it has continued throughout the night from a, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God, to what do we do about this? And it involves very senior people in the Democratic Party, including elected officials, saying we have a problem.
And just to co-sign what John is saying, I mean, the panic that I am hearing from Democrats is not like anything that I have heard in this campaign so far.
Political elites.
Panic. We keep hearing the word panic. Joe Music, $2 super. Where was the balance 4 years ago? Talk to him, Joe.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Sounds like a lot of panic. Everybody's using that term panic. Let's continue down the road of CNN and them dumping on Biden. Let's go to the clip. Let's pop up the flow screen right here. What did they say?
He goes through 6 days of preparation at Camp David.
More than that.
And they know.
More than that. Yeah, like 10. He had plenty of time.
The
It was
rules.
more than a week.
Okay, so more than a week. They know the rules. He practices with the mics. He knows every one of these questions is coming. And yet he couldn't fill the time. Now, I just want to, let's see what the White House is saying. Sources close to the White House are saying he had a cold, wasn't feeling well. I mean, as you would expect, that came out early on in the debate. But what accounts for someone with so much experience, doing so much preparation, and this being the outcome?
Honestly, I think the question answers itself. He wasn't capable of doing any better than he did.
Tell him.
He goes through 6 days of...
Now, some people are speculating when she said he knew the questions. They're saying, well, CNN gave him the questions. No. I mean, you can speculate that, but we all knew the questions. We sat here and, you and I, the chat, we opened up the slide presentation yesterday and we speculated on what we would ask. And we hit on like 90% of what they were going to ask last night. Everybody knew they were going to talk about abortion. I think the only thing we missed was black jobs. That's the only question that we missed, right? They knew we were going to talk about immigration. They knew they were going to talk about reproductive rights and Roe v. Wade. They knew we were going to talk about Ukraine and Israel. We knew they were going to talk about that. They didn't spend enough time on Israel, if you ask me. But anyway, it's another story for another day. Although I'm glad that they didn't. But no, we knew, everybody knew what questions were going to be asked last night because it's the same topics that run around in the political sphere. Now, Joanne Reed lost her wig last night, figuratively and literally. I'm so glad she got rid of that Trump wig. Let's go to the tape.
I, too, was on the phone throughout much of the debate with Obama, world people, with Democrats.
You was on the phone with Obama?
With people who are political operatives, with campaign operatives. My phone really never stopped buzzing throughout. And the universal reaction was somewhere approaching panic. The people who were texting with me were very concerned about President Biden seeming extremely feeble, seeming extremely weak.
And there is a conversation.
Yeah, they didn't ask about the vax. You right.
Happening inside Biden's circle, and certainly a much more frank conversation happening inside the Democratic coalition. And I think there will be stories of a lot of concern about the performance tonight. And I think when you say conversations happening, what do you mean? I think people are talking. I think the conversations range from whether he should be in this race tomorrow morning to what was wrong with him. I mean, he has a cold.
He didn't do well at all. He did not do well at all. And he looked, I'll give you the analysis, you kind of have the old man versus the con man. I can walk you through how I'm supposed to see it and say it, but I just want to speak from my heart. I love that guy. That's a good man. He loves his country.
Coon emojis in the chat. Coon emojis in the chat if you're detecting a little bit of coon from this fool right here. I love that guy. I love that guy. How much are you paying you to just make an ass out of yourself?
He's doing the best that he can, but he had a test to meet tonight to restore confidence of the country and of the base, and he failed to do that. And
you should have known he was going to fail to do that. We all knew it.
I think there's a lot of people who are going to want to see him consider taking a different course now. We're still far from our convention. And
he going to cry when he get in the car.
Minutes into the debate, and it continues right now. It involves party strategists, it involves elected officials, it involves fundraisers. And they're having conversations about the president's performance, which they think was dismal, which they think will hurt other people down the party in the ticket, and they're having conversations about what they should do about it. Some of those conversations include, should we go to the White House and ask the president to step aside? Other of the conversations are about, should prominent Democrats go public with that call? Because they feel this debate was so terrible. They do say, in moments in the debate later, the president got better and got his footing, but then at the end, even his closing statement was a little...
His closing statement was trash. Trash. And I think Trump did a great job because his closing statement, he got off that famous line, "Make America Great." He nailed it. Why is Israel trending? All right. I was about to say, I thought something happened. Hold on. We got more. We got more on this. Let's go to the Super Dap Dap of the day. We're gonna fact check Biden during the Super Dap Dap of the day. Super Dap Dap today brought to you by Super Dap. That's Super Dap with 2 P's. Super Dap AI on Twitter. Follow him, a leader in social fi. If you guys want talk money, crypto, meme coins, investing, join our group on Telegram. Link in the description box below. Shout out to Syscoin and Super Dap team. We got to fact check Biden now. Charlie Kirk posted this. And then we're going to go to phone lines. If you want to get on the phone lines, text Hotep your name to 202-596-5631. Text Hotep your name to 202-596-5631. Let's fact check Biden.
Some of them. He said he's the only president in a while who didn't have any troops dying anywhere in the world. Troops have, of course, died on his watch. He said he's put in a $15 per shot cap on insulin and Medicare. It's a $35 a month cap. He said it's a $200 cap on overall drug spending in Medicare. It's $2,000 a year. He said the border now has fewer crossings than when Trump was in office. That's generally not true. He said, or at least strongly suggested, unemployment was at 15% when he took office. It was actually 6.4. He said Trump wants to get rid of Social Security. Trump doesn't. He said billionaires pay 8.2% in taxes. It's much higher. He said Trump told Americans to inject bleach amid COVID. We know Trump made foolish comments about scientists studying disinfectant injection, but didn't frame it as advice to people. And Biden said the Border Patrol endorsed him. No, its union supported the border bill he supported, never endorsed him himself. In some of them.
You know it's bad when CNN is fact-checking you. That means the system. They sacrificed Biden last night. The system sacrificed Biden last night. They said, listen, it's only going to be one way we're going to be able to convince people to get him out of here. We're going to put him on that stage, have him embarrass himself, and show people once and for all he's incapable of doing this. And his team messed up. His team set him up. Because why would you have that old man sit up there and try to memorize all these numbers? You know he can't memorize these numbers. They should have dumbed down his script. Patriot J, 2/3 of voters say Trump won tonight's debate. In a CNN poll. Absolutely insane. Let's go to the phone lines. Text Hotep your name at 202-596-5631. I'll be right back after this short, brief commercial break.
Envision a sanctuary where community and sustainability are the cornerstones of living. In this haven, every family is able to grow their own food, children flourish through homeschooling tailored to unlock their full potential, and education extends beyond textbooks, instilling self-worth and a deep understanding of the world around them. Here, goodwill isn't just an ideal, it's the essence of daily life, where respect for law and order harmonizes with the community's resourcefulness. This place isn't just a dream, it's a call to action for everyone who believes in a better, more connected way of living. Join us in building a future where each individual's contributions create a tapestry of enduring harmony and prosperity. Join us in Hotepistan.
We're waiting on Rudy the Vet Russo to call in. We're going to get Rudy on the phone lines. In the meantime, let's catch up on the chat. Hit the like button. 500 people checking in on the stream today. Hit the like button, please.
Call from
Rudy the Vet.
Rudy the Vet Russo, welcome to the show. What you got for us today, bro?
How you doing today, man?
Life's good.
Hey, look, that live stream, man, you and Cannon, man, y'all are hilarious, man. So that was funny shit, man.
Hey, thanks, man.
That was funny shit.
Glad we can put on a good show for y'all.
The funniest thing, man. Okay, the funniest thing, we all know that the system's basically rigged. But the only thing you really kind of have some control left of is the primary system, right? You know, where the voters of each party kind of have a pick. Now, I don't really personally know any Democrats, but I'm pretty sure people. I would like to know, for 3 straight presidential cycles, they have totally rejected everything their voters. Them guys talking last night about, well, how are they going to energize the base? You don't care about the base. They robbed Bernie in 16. It all came out. Everybody knows they rigged it to get Bernie out the way. Then in 20, Bernie was winning again. And then Biden, Buttigieg, all of them in one day jumped out. Super Tuesday, Clyburn down there in South Carolina. They stole it from Bernie a second time. And now they wouldn't let any of these Democrats on the ballots in any of these states. They put the clown on stage last night, assassinated him. And within the next 2 weeks, they're going to pick somebody else without any Democratic voter having any say about who their candidate is. 3 straight times, man. 3 straight times. 12 years the Democrats have said, fuck the voters, fuck our base. We're going to put up who we want to put up.
Yeah.
Three times, dog.
Yeah,
3
that's
times,
true.
Man. And every one of them clowns on MSNBC and CNN last night, every one of them clowns for the last 2 weeks, man, has been saying about how sharp this man is. If anybody still has if you got to be the dumbest human being on the planet, you have to be a complete fucking moron to think the media ever tells you the truth about anything, man. When all of them, Van Jones, Mika Brzezinski, Joe the Murderer Scarborough talking about, listen up and F you if you can't handle the truth. This is the best Biden I've ever been around. Now they're talking about let's replace 3 cycles, man. 3 cycles the Democrat voters had no say about who they ran. That party is I'm not saying the Republicans are much better, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. But that party is totally lost to corporations and totalitarian control, dude. They don't give 2 shits about their voter base, man. They don't care about nothing, man. And not even the fact that they don't care. We all know politicians promise you everything and then, get up there and don't do shit for you. But, they don't even care who you want, man, before they have to come in there. Like Bernie, everybody could see Bernie was a sellout. You know what I'm saying? The millionaires and billionaires guy fell right in line when they stole the thing from him. So it's not like they couldn't have put Bernie in there, showed him the Kennedy video, and been like, yo, bro, you're going to do what we want, or we're going to whack you. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy to me, man, that people can even, like the Republicans are bad enough, but if you're still a Democrat, man, if you got a family member who's a Democrat, and they ain't gave up on that shit, man, like, what, man?
You got to give up on your family. If they ain't get it now, they ain't never going to get it, man. Got to let them go.
No, they ain't never going to get it. And as far as the black jobs thing, my thing is this, man, all right? And I didn't go to college, you know what I'm saying? I didn't go, I got rejected from the military. So I've been working supposedly black jobs and uneducated jobs my whole life. Well, let me tell you a story. Real quick, man. I got out of prison in 99. I went and hung drywall. When I hung drywall from 2000 until 2002, when I was on probation, the crew I came into was about 50% white, 40% black, 10% Mexican. I go away, do my second bid, get out in 2010. There's no longer any black drywall, man. There's maybe 20% white, and the whole goddamn thing is full of illegal aliens, dude.
Yeah.
I started running work for the guy that I grew up with. He didn't have another job opening for like 3 months. I said, hey, man, well, what can I do? I said, man, look, can I go frame? He says, no, I can't pay you $18 an hour to frame when I pay Mexicans $10. So I quit that job and never went back to drywall. I watched black dudes from move over into HVAC and move over into, electricians, that they're still mostly American jobs, you know what I'm saying? Because they're unionized and you got to get a little education. But when they talk about that, man, I remember in the early 2000s, dude, dumb kids out of high school that were fuck ups could go hang drywall and make a great living, man. And I watched them fucking rape it from people, man. Rape it from people. Just rape us. And it's just, and then, like I said, with the great replacement theory a long time ago, man, it's not about replacing whites. It's not about replacing blacks. It's about replacing Americans, man. That's all I got to say, brother. Everybody have a great weekend, man. While all y'all having fun, I'm going to be grinding it out this weekend, man. But Hotep and Build, man. Everybody have a safe, prosperous, peaceful weekend, man. Rudy the Vet out, man. I'll see you on Monday, brother.
Hotep and Build. He's right. He's right. It's about replacing all Americans. It's about squeezing the middle class. This is classic Marxism. This is classic socialism.
Call from Murphy's Law Rescue.
Goldstein, welcome to the show.
What's happening?
What's happening, bro? What you got for us today?
Great stream last night.
Thank you, sir.
As far as those debates go, a blind man could have seen that shit coming.
Right. Right.
You know, I said this yesterday on the show. This is exactly what this is going to be, a showcase of how fucking inept that sumbitch is.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And
it was on Front Street.
Man, they had to let the world know because they don't have much time till the convention, so they had to do this shit with a splash, like in the biggest impactful way they could, and it was at that debate. You know, because they had to convince a lot of people of some shit that they had been telling them the opposite of for years. So this was the best way to do it. Look how stupid this nigga is. So they did that, and now they got two names locked and loaded for his replacement, Whitmer and Newsom. So I am saying this on the show today. It's going to be Gavin Newsom. And the reason it's going to be Gavin Newsom is because he is a fucking male version of Hillary Clinton. Most people, average people, cannot stand him, just like they couldn't stand Hillary. And I'm talking about his base, the Democrats, right? They cannot stand him. Most of the places they need to win, Pennsylvania, Ohio, the Democrats in those cities are blue-collar Democrats. They look at a Gavin Newsom with his slick veneer and his California status, and they automatically have an aversion to that type of motherfucker. But the reason it's going to be him is because this is going to be the eye candy for the donors. This is what's going to get the donors pumping those checks because they love the Gavin Newsom types. So they have to kind of walk a fine line in their replacement right now. They got to keep the checks rolling in, but they also got to make sure that Trump wins. And that he's the best motherfucker to do that. So,
I think Gavin Newsom's a scary opponent, though. Scary opponent. He's sharp. We saw that in the debate with Vivette.
He is, but he's not going in there to win. I can almost guarantee it. We're not going to get the best version of Gavin Newsom in any head-to-heads. We're going to get, just like I said, just enough to keep the donors right there and locked and loaded with those checks. And that way they can get the money that they need, and they'll be using most of that probably for 2028.
Yeah.
And like I said, the blue-collar Democrats in the places, in those battleground states that they need, they're not fucking with Newsom. All you got to do to derail Newsom right now is run that goddamn photo of him in that restaurant eating with no mask with the COVID mandates happening in his state. That's all you got to do to derail him right now.
Yep.
Show all those bums on LA Skid Row shitting on the sidewalk and shit. That's all you got to do to derail him.
Mm-hmm.
He is a beatable opponent, like easily beatable. Trump stays in his shoes, stays down, shows up at the debates, doesn't get too ahead of himself, and the rest will take care of itself.
So you're saying Newsom's beatable?
Hell yeah, he's beatable. He's probably because if they really wanted to win the presidency, all they got to do is plug in Michelle Obama. That's an automatic win.
Well, Michelle's not going to do it. Michelle's not doing it.
She's not going to do it. She's not going to do it.
They would have been did that if she was down, but she's not doing that.
Look, I'm of the mind that if they told her ass to do it, she'd have no choice. But she's down with the program. She doesn't want the Democrats to win. They don't want to win. They want Trump in there because they got a lot of shit they need to lay at his feet.
Right.
Not to mention the fact that, there's other factors. I'm not even gonna get into that.
So Trish says, I honestly don't think they're going to replace Biden. And if that is true, that is a clear signal that they want Trump to win.
Oh, that's even more clear. Yeah, that's even more clear. But right now, and I would have went that way had his performance not been that bad. But right now, the money people are like, get this nigga out of here, and they got to listen to the money.
Right.
They have to. So that's the only reason I could say, well, yeah. Because if he would have sounded like he did during the debate in that after party for the debate, then he would have been all right. Because he was lucid as fuck if you listen to that little shit that he was doing after the debate. He was up there spry, talking, walking back and forth with the microphone like he was on it. You know what I mean? If that Biden would have showed up, then I would have been like, okay, they're going to keep him in there.
Yeah.
But it was the worst possible version. The only thing he left out was calling Trump a nigga.
I think the reason why Gavin Newsom is such a beatable opponent is because he doesn't have the name recognition. He only has name recognition from people who eat, sleep, and breathe politics, like politics, Twitter, the people watching this show. Like, we're all glued in, we're paying attention to everything. But the average everyday person, you ask them, who's Gavin Newsom? They couldn't tell you that he's the governor of California. Most people don't know who the governor of California is. So I think it's a name recognition issue with Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, and then when people actually see him, they'll be like, man, I don't want this slick, really looking motherfucker in office. He looks like a con man. He looks like he's right out of Central Casting. And people just have a natural aversion to that shit. Like hard-working, everyday, average motherfucker. The donors love it.
Yeah.
But the average motherfuckers, they're like, nah, you look like the president from Independence Day. And while he was on top of things, he's still an actor, nigga. Get out of here, Gavin.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to put a Gavin in office? Gavin. That nigga sound like...
I'm afraid of Gavin. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm fearful of Gavin. I don't like him, but he's sharp, okay? The man is sharp. You can say whatever you want about him, but he knows how to memorize his talking points, and he knows how to deliver them. He knows, that prototypical politician speak and how you stand and walk and talk. He's got all of that shit down. Whereas when I looked at Trump last night, Trump, he didn't look that sharp. He didn't look like his usual sharp self. And I don't know if it's because of, he got a little rust on him because it's his first debate in, however long. But Gavin Sharp.
I think that the
he's
script.
Slick. Yeah, he's slick and slimy. Yep.
I think the script for Trump called for him to be subdued because they didn't want to make fucking Biden a sympathetic figure. If Trump would have been in there on just all points, like bing, 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 and sharp, and it would have made him a sympathetic figure to some degree. I think the play for Trump was to be a little bit more subdued than usual. Don't too much jab at him for being senile.
Yeah.
Like dude was saying yesterday, and just kind of coast through it.
I like what Michael Malice said. Michael Malice said Trump should have deferred to Biden more often. He'd be like, I'm going to yield my time to Biden and just let Biden burn himself. I love that take. It was hilarious, but it's a joke, but it probably would have worked really well as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Oto says Gavin has a PhD in lizard people diplomacy. Exactly. He's got that lizard shit mastered, bro.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting going forward. I can't wait to see exactly how this unfolds, but I'm calling Gavin right now, and that's for the reason, like I said, I think he's beatable because he's the fucking male version of Hillary Clinton. Just too much bullshit, like just too much that people can't stand about him. And Whitmer is even worse. So all they got to do is run them FBI agents out there that tried to kidnap her, and that's over.
Yep. All right, man. Appreciate you, bro. Enjoy your weekend.
Yes, sir. You too. Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill. Let's get Cannon in here. We got Spotless waiting. We got Ohio Tep waiting. And we got Jonah waiting. We're going to go to Jonah right after Cannon. Jonah, stay by your phone. You know, Jonah, look at the text message Jonah just sent me. P.S. I'm coming with real shit, so I should be first. Damn.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
I'm sorry, Jonah. You are after Cannon. We're going to get you in here right after Cannon. I'm sorry for not getting you in here first. But let's get you in here after Cannon, and we're going to go to Spotless and Ohio Tep. I really, really want to hear what Jonah's got to say. You know, Jonah's going to just tear this whole mother down and make all of us sound and look stupid. So we are going to get to Jonah right after we get Cannon in here. We waiting on Cannon to call in. Cannon, where you at? Hit the line, bro. Here go Trish. Trish, you gotta give. Oh man.
Call from
Cannon.
Cannon, what's up, bro?
What's up, yo?
Great show last night. Thank you for joining us.
Told you, yo.
Huh?
Hotep, all I can say is Hotep's been told you.
Hotep's been told you.
You know what I mean? Like I was like, either that's not going to be Nickel Slick, going to be somebody in a Nickel Slick suit, or they marching him out there to make himself look like a fool. To show the emperor has no clothes, so they can get him out of there and get some new blood in there. I was saying earlier in the year that they was going to try to march Gavin out there if he can't make it. People was like, nah, they're going to hold him to 2028. I'm like, I don't know. It looked like they're going to march Gavin out there. I think I even said last night that Big Gretch might be a candidate. But this is all a big play. This is all a play. They marched him out there so everybody can see that he's just not, he's not there anymore. He's inept. You know, he's a space cadet, and they're going to try to move on based on that. They're going to try to let him ride off into the sunset and sit on the beach and talk about his time with Corn Pop and them and walking hand in hand with Jesus Christ, you know, to Calvary, you know, and they're going to bring in somebody new. Gavin is somebody that you should not take lightly. Remember,
I agree.
They tried, was it primary recall? They tried to recall his ass, and it didn't work. He's still the governor of California.
Yeah.
He's already in there with China. Let's not forget about those Chinese meetings he was holding in California and flying to China. So I think Gavin has already been gearing up to take over the mantle for the Democratic Party. Although I think Trump can beat him, I think Trump can hold his own with Gavin Newsom, because the Gavin Newsom record is horrible. It's horrible. He has a horrible record. Nobody likes him. But he has enough political capital, in my opinion, and enough enthusiasm to sway the willfully ignorant and the Trump deranging syndrome never Trumpers. So I wouldn't put it past that. I'm with Goldstein though, with the Michelle Obama, and I've been saying it. Y'all can watch the videos that I've made on it. If they tell her ass she gotta run, her ass is gonna run.
But they can't tell her she's got to run.
Shit. I don't know. I think if they told her ass, you better shut up and fucking.
They can't do it. They can't do it. They can't do it. That's not possible. There's a 0% chance that they can get. They can't tell Michelle Obama to run.
I don't know.
It's not possible. I'm gonna tell you why.
Right, go ahead.
She spent 8 years in that office. She does not want to spend another 4 in that office. Secondly, she's already grifted 8 years in that office to reach the amount of wealth she has now to become that icon. That would be a step down for her to take that position. Secondly, she's a black woman. They can't touch her. They cannot touch her physically, because black people in this country will turn this bitch upside down if something happens to one of the Obamas. You know they worship them like they Jesus. Then you got to remember, Obama's running the show in the background.
Yeah.
You can't cancel his wife and then expect the man to be able to work properly. It just doesn't work. So this concept of Michelle,
she's uncancelable.
You said what?
I think she's uncancelable.
No, I mean canceling her in the old school sense, where you neutralize your target.
Nah, I see what you're saying.
They cannot make Michelle run. Michelle's not going to run. She does not want to run. It's a step backwards. We got to let that go. Yeah. Go V said it. She's a brand. She doesn't need it now. Exactly. She's Michelle Obama's out of here, bro. Out of here.
I just don't think she would have a say in that shit.
Why wouldn't she have a say in what job she takes? Why wouldn't she have a say?
Belong to herself, because she is no longer her own entity.
How is she not her own entity?
She belonged to the deep state. If they told her to jump, she's gonna say how high. That's my kufi on tight take on it. I think that if they told her ass she had to run, even if they set her as a vice president, is they gonna use her.
Even if all right, so Goldstein said if she doesn't want proof of her dick to come out, they'll do whatever he say. That's just gonna work for them. Everybody's pro-gay. That's just gonna make her bigger. If you come out and find out that she's trans, that's just gonna play right into the Democrats' hands. So you can't even blackmail her with some shit that's gonna make her more popular. You can't blackmail her. You can't blackmail her. You can't kill her. There's no way to make her do the job. It's not possible.
I'm interested to see what happens. I want to know who they're going to pick because Biden is done. There's no way they keep him. There's no way. Not after last night. They're already talking about canceling the second debate.
I think if I had to bet, I'd bet they keep Biden.
You think so?
They want Trump to win, don't they?
I don't know. If they did, it's to buy time for 2028 for Gavin Newsom.
They're buying time for 2028 for Gavin Newsom. That's correct.
But the fact that he was at the debates last night was real, sketchy.
It is sketchy.
The fact that he was there with Kamala Harris. So it's like, what's that about? You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. I think we're going to find more. We're going to find out more come Monday until next Friday what they're going to do.
Yeah. We'll find out more in the next coming week. Yeah.
It's going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be interesting. Last night was a shit show. He couldn't keep a coherent thought together the entire time. At one point, I thought he shit himself. I think that's when you played where he was kind of straining a little bit. I was like, good Lord, man, they got to get this guy off stage. I don't think they got his medicine, the timing right on. I think the medicine kicked in the fucking after party and not during the debate. It was
they got the timing off.
It was hard to watch. They got the timing way off. It was hard to watch,
they should have gave it to him time release. They should have just opened the pill up and just gave it to him and let him just go in.
Just let him go in, just fucking raw dog it. Pause. But I think Trump played it right. I agree with you when you said Trump didn't go hard enough on him, but I think Trump played it right because he couldn't go in there and then whoop his ass like that, and then all.
I wasn't saying for him to target Joe. You don't need to target Joe in a debate. Joe's going to target himself. What Trump needed to do was just answer the questions and show people he can be a president. That's all he had to do. And when they asked him about child care, he had two opportunities to answer that question. He didn't answer the question.
I got you. I see what you're saying. I just thought he played it right because the whole news cycle had been how Trump was being a bully. Trump was being a bully. Trump was doing this. Trump was doing that. And I think he was worried about that. But
yeah,
I also think he was feeling it out because he didn't know how that mute button was going to go. And you called it. I called. I was like, they saved Joe Biden. They tried to save Joe Biden's ass a couple of times with that mute button.
Right.
They was a little too slow on the draw with it on a few of them. They should have hit him. They should have muted his ass a little earlier. But I don't know. I feel like it was a play. I feel like they wanted him to go out there, embarrass himself, show the people that he's really not there, and then that'll justify them getting him out of there and putting who they want in there, fresh face.
Right.
So I don't know. And it looks like Gavin Newsom might be that. I don't know. Unless, like you said, they want Trump to win. Unless they want Trump to win. So they could buy time for 2028.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let me see what Jonah got for us today.
All right, bro.
All right. Hotep and Bill. Y'all got to let that shit go about Michelle, making Michelle. You're not making Michelle do anything. We got to let that go. This concept of if Michelle Obama was going to run, she would have been ran. They would have ran her before Hillary. They would have ran her before Biden. If they ran Biden in the last election, that lets you know Michelle's not stepping outside the house, sir. Jonah, what you got for us?
Did you let my name play or no?
Oh, I didn't. Damn, my bad.
Okay. Well, anyways, let's just, I got nothing to say on last night because I said everything that needed to be said in advance. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get you to DM, but I'm going to make a couple quick comments on some of the tweets you brought up. These two fucking cunts. First off, this fucking dumbass bitch married to the son of a Nazi fucking police captain who participated in Kristallnacht had two of her fucking uncles murdered by Washington, D.C., and has her cousin running for president, and she says he's surrounded by good people. Get the fuck out.
Oh, shit.
Oh, this a real Hotep, bro.
Damn, spill the beans.
Miss is big new bitch. Fuck you and your father. Glad he's dead and roasting in hell. Fuck Zygnu. Anyways, let's go to my DMs if you got it. If you can bring it on the screen. Gavin Newsom's real father, Gavin Ballswing.
Wait. Oh, shit.
Now,
Who
anyone
is
can
this?
go to William Newsom, Gavin's father, on Wikipedia, who was hanging out with Otto von Ballswing while his wife was pregnant. It's open information, and his father's a gray-haired fucking English-looking motherfucker, but this Nazi is Gavin directly. This is Justine Castro for the USA.
You're saying that Gavin Pops was hanging out with the Nazis?
His legal popper or his legal pops, his legal father was hanging out with this Operation Paperclip, Otto von Ballswing. It's public knowledge. And tell me that photo is not fucking Gavin Newsom.
That looked like Gavin.
Gavin Ballswing. Anyway. Now, again, too, who gives a fuck about this operation? Let's go ahead and go to the two AP articles that I hit you because fuck Chevron deference. It finally got knocked down. Fuck Chevron.
Supreme Court makes it harder to charge Capitol riot defendants with obstruction, charge Trump. Facing... Oh, wait, you talking about the other article?
Yeah, there's two decisions today. You can do it with that one, too. So
all right, Supreme Court weakens federal... Let's do this one first. The Supreme Court weakens federal regulators overturning decades-old Chevron. Explain that one to me. What's going on with this?
So Chevron deference was basically if the regulators decided that they wanted to fucking make a... so it's, again, it's going to be similar to SEC yesterday. If the regulators made a law, they would be able to enforce that law. Well, no, not anymore. It was all over... some fishing trolleys, and they were trying to say that these fishing trolleys had to fucking pay the fishing ministry or whatever fuck it's called. I forget. They were trying to say that they're required to pay to have investigators on their ship and all this other bullshit. So that got knocked the fuck down.
Nice
huge decision because fuck Chevron.
Yeah.
Second one was the January 6th, the obstruction that would require. So they basically said that this intent is required, all this other bullshit. So like half of the January 6th trials convictions are gonna have to get overturned.
Oh wow!
They put that on everyone.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big win.
Yeah.
Shout out to my J6s.
Now. Next is going to come up too is so Monday's going to be the last days of decision, so they're going to actually decide on presidential what is it? Fuck, I can't even think of the word right now. Presidential immunity. That case is coming down on Monday for sure.
Okay. Wait, you talking about for Trump?
Yeah.
That's going to New York. The New York.
No. That's the one in the Florida. No, in the Washington, D.C. case, he's arguing that any action taken as the president is immunity or is immune from prosecution.
Okay. Nice.
Now, Yeah, that one's coming down on Monday.
That's SCOTUS.
But I said yesterday, remember, the plan, I think they gave up on trying to push it after January 6th and no one actually fucking lit up the streets. I think they gave up on the fucking right-wingers to actually fucking beg for outside. So right now, they're just giving the right wing all of the wins, so they want the fucking left wing to explode and try to fucking bring in, the corporate fucking AI governance here soon enough, as is, like I said yesterday, as was outlined in Network, as was outlined in the Operation Lockstep, as in Protocols of the Elders of Zion, and fucking 100 documents between those.
Yeah. Damn. Good info, Jonah. Thanks for getting this right, bro.
Don't forget, Gavin, balls swing.
I'm going to have to do a deep dive into that one.
Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill. President Doe Dubes, I'm going to let him cut the line and get in here. President Doe Dubes, President of Hotep Nation, is about to check in on the phone lines. Let's hear what he's got to say about this election. Jonah is like the expert witness you call? Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly what he is. He's the expert witness. We call him in and he lays all of it out there. All the evidence, etc., etc.
Call from
Doe.
Yo,
what's up, bro?
Ain't nothing. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you loud and clear.
Huh?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I just got a quick announcement. America, if you are tired of your presidential candidates fumbling on stage, not being able to finish a sentence, not being able to come up with a coherent thought, and can't answer their questions fully, I'm a Hotepistan. As president of Hotep, we don't have that problem over here. You understand? So, pledge your allegiance to Hotepistan today, and you can actually get some real freedom. You know what I mean? That's one. Two, as everybody else said, it's a shit show. But as Hotep's been told you, this is all orchestrated. We understand the scripts and the lines that go into all of this. So I don't have too many, crazy, mind-breaking comments to make or anything like that. But I did have a question.
Okay.
So when it comes to this, I've been listening to everybody pretty much saying that, this person is not as good and things of that nature as it pertains to replacing Joe Biden. What about the script? Because maybe I just, I've been on the ground. I chill with, black people. I chill with the actual people. Because, by the way, black people, they're fucking with Trump heavy. Not the Republicans, but they're fucking with Trump heavy based upon just the last few months and stuff like that. But why are we automatically assuming that this is a part of the script? Why isn't this just showing how inept, showing how corrupt, and showing how brittle the system actually is? Why is it that we're just setting up for another play? Because the way I look at it is, what was the play that was set up to get to this point? What was the point? So, I just wanted to know from my guys, from my people, from my constituency, because from where I'm standing, it just looks like somebody is just not able. They're just old and they're not able to run the country. So what's the bigger play? Because I haven't really heard a good argument. Setting up for Gavin Newsom later and all of that other stuff. I don't see going through this big hoopla to do that. So somebody school me on what's going on.
So what many people are speculating is that they're throwing the election. This is not about Gavin Newsom. This isn't about substituting Biden out. This is about throwing the election and to bring Trump in. And my speculation is we're going to have something called I call it the Great Banking Consolidation. Many people are going to call it a financial crisis. They're going to call it a banking collapse. These are some of the words. And it'll look something like 2008, right? The housing crisis. It's going to look something like that. It's going to look something like Silicon Valley Bank, First Republic Bank, and that whole situation with Sam Bankman-Fried, right?
So we're talking like economic collapse, bank runs, and things of that nature.
Right. And my guess is they want to put that on Trump's tab and not the Democrats' tab and let him be the fall guy for it and make Republicans and conservatives look bad. Like, look, your guy was in charge when this happened, just like they did with the pandemic, right? Like the pandemic had nothing to do with Trump. He was the fall guy for that. So using everybody's speculations and the speculations I have, I think it's about installing the central bank digital currency. Without installing a central bank digital currency, we'll probably get USDC as our new central bank currency. It'll probably become a public utility. And I think that's going to happen under Trump.
Okay, so that makes all of the sense. Because I was looking at it, I guess I was looking too zoomed in on it because I looked at it the same way you looked at it. We're just ushering in the new regime to be able to just make sure that there's only the dichotomous nature of the country where you have the extremely rich and the extremely poor. Like we've seen the erratic, the deterioration of the middle class. We've seen that even when it comes to culture, like you either have complete degeneracy or you have this corny stuff that they try to come out with like the new norm and all this other stuff. Like, so when I'm looking at that, my whole thing is because I'm not so much looking at the political parties that it's attached to. I'm just looking at the way my country is, the direction my country is headed in. I guess that's what I'm more so focused about. So because we are solution oriented people, when it comes to the, the USDC or the CBDC, the crypto, the actual centralized crypto, when we're talking about the eradication, the deterioration of the middle class, when we're talking about it just being this dichotomous duopoly faction of the country at this point, I think that the solution should be to hunker down on everything that we've been talking about. I think this is the time where it's not going to be about, because I think everybody has been leaning on politicians, political parties and stuff like that for too long. And now if we're going to be dealing with a situation, because, I study history and stuff like that. So when I'm looking at how these black towns were being built, with little to no funding from outside people and stuff like that. And I saw how they were able to survive and thrive based upon group economics, being able to work together, build homes, schools, universities, grocery stores, you name it, these towns had it. And they did not have to, they didn't have any other outside influence or any outside help to make that happen. So I'm looking at it the same way. I really everybody knows that I love Hotep Nation, Hotepistan. That shit flows through my veins. So when I'm looking at this type of stuff, I'm here to tell people that it's going to get worse, way worse before it gets better. However, we are in a very, very advantageous position as a people. If we actually use the ingenuity that we have, if we actually use the intelligence that we have, instead of just relying on the bread and circus, because I look at these debates as bread and circus. You know what I'm saying? I look at this stuff as to keep people distracted and stuff like that. It's a little bit of entertainment for your evening. But when we're talking about the real solutions that actually move the needle culturally, that move the needle economically, politically, and things of that nature, it's always going to be onto the people. It's always going to fall down to the people. So I would suggest that we hunker down, that we start pulling our money together, pulling our skills together, and actually building the nation that we need instead of relying on these. I think everybody in Hotepistan, hears that message, and that's why Hotepistan is a thing, because we know where the country is going, and that's why we're building Hotepistan. So, absolutely wonderful message. Let me get some more callers in here. Appreciate you, Hotep and Bill. Appreciate it. Now, I don't want to discount the conspiracy theory that they want to remove Biden. There is a possibility that they want to remove Biden and bring Gavin in and make this race look more respectable. I don't think Gavin can beat Trump, and I told you that because he doesn't have the name recognition. It makes sense for them to put Gavin in the race this year because, as you know, what politics has got to do with name recognition. So they probably want to work through the kinks in the system and get Gavin ready for the next election. So if they're going to get Gavin ready for the next election, they should probably sub him in now. So
this could go either way, right? If they don't sub him in, that they are completely throwing the election. If they do sub in Gavin, they're not exactly throwing the election. They're trying to make it look respectable. But this could go either way. We're going to see. I think they're having meetings about this now to see, the media is throwing Biden under the bus. I think they're having meetings about this now to figure out what they're going to do. Not exactly sure if they've made their plans ahead of time, but we'll have to see. Let's go to the next caller. But this is a coin flip on if they sub out Biden. If I'm the Democrats, I definitely sub out Biden. If I'm the deep state, I don't. You don't want to even try and make this race close. But I think I might be with Trish, where I don't think they sub out Biden. I think they want to throw this race. But that all is contingent upon how people react to the news of Gavin. Right? So it's a waiting game at this point. We'll have to see. We're going to go to the next caller now. Trump can sell the CBDC. That's my point. I think Trump is going to be the perfect guy to sell the CBDC to the red whites, to the red wokes, to the woke right. Perfect guy to sell it to him.
Call from
Yo. His phone not working. Let's get Spotless in here. Strong Dad, your phone not working. Get off the roof. You probably on the roof of somebody's house right now, putting on a masterpiece of a paint job. Forsaken, you're losing credibility. You better find something to redeem yourself with. What the fuck is he talking to? Who's he talking to? Christian America, this is your turn to show the world how to repent. Oh, he's talking to the Christians.
Call from
Strong Dad.
What up?
Oh, there you go.
Good?
Yeah.
Cool. So, I know you telling us the thing, but I'm with Cannon. I think Cannon's kind of right. And hear me out. This is the only reason I think that he could be right. A nigga drowned on their property, and they holding that over her head. What if? Listen, I don't like when they make fun of her and call her potentially trans and stuff. But what if she is? And what if that's the blackmail? You know, what if that's it? That's just all I thought when Cannon was mentioning that. So
it won't work.
You don't think that would work?
They're all pro-trans. Black Lives Matter ushered in the trans movement.
They pro-trans, but are they pro-trans as a president? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they pro-trans? Let me get behind this candidate. They know that it's a mental disorder. Do you think they're gonna put? Actually, never mind.
That's not good enough blackmail. Oh, she's got a dick. Like if I got a dick, and I don't like I'm not hiding behind that. That's not good enough blackmail.
Oh no, man. Oh no.
Do this, or we're gonna tell the world you got a dick. Nigga, I'm already a fucking multi-millionaire.
No, it's not that. It's not to tell the world you got a dick. It's gonna be do this, or we tell the world you killed the nigga because he found out you got a dick.
Oh, y'all going with the whole they killed somebody on their property?
Yeah, that black nigga that drowned on his property. Now I'm just playing devil's advocate, speculatory. I'm not, like 100%.
Y'all niggas is in La La Land.
I'm more on your side when it comes to that, but I don't know, man. I just feel like the levels of their blackmail go deeper than even we can fathom, and I feel like if it was possible, we wouldn't be able to comprehend how they would do it. It would just be done, and then it would be like our Operation Paperclip. You know what I'm saying? Like we would hear about it later on in some books or something. But that's the only reason I leaned a little bit into that because I'm.
If they wanted to run the Obamas, they'd have been did it. And I would assume that they want to win. They don't want to win.
Now, if Michelle ran, would you vote for her?
No.
Cool.
Why would I vote for Michelle Obama?
Got to make sure. You know?
No, I wouldn't vote for Michelle Obama.
Hell
No.
Hell no.
What?
But listen. This
and you gotta remember, Obama got their secrets too.
They do. They
whole shit would crumble. It would be. Listen.
You think it'd just be a global shit show?
It comes down to, do the Democrats want to win? The answer is no. No, they don't want to win. If they wanted to win, they'd have been tried the Obama play. They don't want to win.
Gavin, you don't think they?
If they run Gavin, they're preparing for 2028.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
That's all that's about.
Makes sense.
And Trump's VP pick is about 2028 as well. Who's going to have more of a chance to be president? Who can beat Gavin in 2028? And I think you got to go with Doug Burgum. Doug Burgum will roast the shit out of Gavin in 2028.
Man, where is Dougie at, man? We need Dougie right now.
We waiting for the VP announcement now.
We need Dougie right now. But listen, before I step up, Goldstein July is coming up, y'all. He didn't say nothing. He didn't mention it to y'all. So I'm gonna just remind everybody that Goldstein July is coming. And during Goldstein July, which is also White History Month, I'm looking forward to seeing people dismantle those who are tied to White History Month using the Goldstein model.
Okay. So, we're gonna keep our eye out, see what's coming.
Goldstein, bring the heat. I got your back. I can't wait. Much love. Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill. Let's go to the next caller. See what kind of insight we got. We're going to get AK in here. Let's get AK on the phone line. HJ trying to keep us on code. No, I'm just trying to call it down the middle. I'm just trying to tell y'all the truth. Like, some of y'all are like in fucking la la land with this Michelle Obama shit. And it's just like we gotta stay somewhat in reality. Okay. We gotta keep, you can go far right conspiracy theorists, but
AK.
I'm not. I'm going to be, logical here. AK, what you got, bro?
Hey, what up, man?
What's good with him, man?
So listen, no disrespect to Cannon, no disrespect to Strong Dad. Y'all niggas koofies on way too tight.
Way too tight, bro.
Oh man. So listen, here's like I'm gonna just offer like the most likely scenario, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, man.
Let me go to this super chats really fast. Daniel Hawk, $10 super.
Oh, this is a real hotel.
Trump has already said he is against CBDC after he talked to Vivek. All right, so let me get you caught up, Daniel. It won't be a CBDC. It'll be USDC made a public utility, which will become a de facto CBDC. They've already figured out the contingency plan for how to pass a CBDC without calling it a CBDC. And Trump's going to be the one to make that happen. But most people won't know it's a CBDC. Only us. It'll be like us in the corner of the room talking about, hey, that's a CBDC, and everybody be like, what are you talking about? Anyway, AK, what you got, yo?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna give you like Occam's razor, right? The reason why Michelle Obama's not running, you're completely on point. Like it's more than they want to lose. It's more that they can't see that there's 100% a path to win. Like the economy is so bad, the immigration is so bad that they cannot risk destroying someone like Michelle. Like there's just too great of a risk of her losing. I think if it was like a slam dunk, if right now Trump was polling at like 30%, then yeah, they would have got rid of Biden a long time ago. They just don't want to burn their bench up. And that's the way that I look at it. That's why they haven't pushed anyone else, is because they tried to do their thing and it just didn't work. Because yeah, they're smart people, but they're still humans, right? So they can make all these calculations, but they're wrong.
Right.
And they completely staked it wrong. And so they're just trying to manage the decline as much as possible.
Correct.
I just don't think they realized it was this bad, that like they, at this point, man, Like you need to find pictures of Trump like straight up like shooting a guy in the head or like harming a child. You know what I'm saying? Like without that, it's done, son. And so like even Newsom, I don't think they're gonna throw him in. I really don't. I think what they're gonna do is they are going to try and bring as many surrogates together. I already saw, all the pro-Biden people going out there. Like in Minnesota, we got our governor, Democrat. He's the president, or I should say chairman of the Democrat Governors Association. And he is out there on Fox News saying like, listen, like, Biden had one bad debate, but, look at all these other great things that are happening. So the administration isn't abandoning Biden and they're going with that line, but they don't want to burn up their bench. And here's the most important thing. Like, yeah, they stepped over Bernie's people and Rudy talked about this, but that was still through the actual primary process. At this point, all the primaries are basically done. All the caucuses are done. And it would be such a naked power grab that anyone that's not like a hardcore Democrat activist, they would be like, this is disgusting. This is too much of a power move. And then they're going to lose anyways at an even worse clip. And then they're going to destroy all the other states on their way down from all these independents that absolutely flee the Democrat Party. So I just think the strategy is manage the decline. They're still going to throw as many barbs out there as possible. But at this point, man, it is Trump's to lose. And there's only one thing that I want to like urge Hoteps to be cautious of, because they're like going to be like playing with house money. Some of the red wokes are going to go ham, and they are going to like try and put some of the most ridiculous kind of strategies and narratives out there to, that's really going to get people fired up, but it's because they feel that they don't have to try and win anyone else over. So there's going to be that kind of, in my opinion, that narrative that's going to be being pushed of like, just blow the whole system up, throw out like your most like, far-fetched, red woke fantasy of what they want. And we just have to ignore it. We got to focus on going towards the Trump administration people. And I'm telling you right now, that 2025 plan, bro, like they're talking to groups of people. Like I was on a conference call like 2 months ago. And it was for a bunch of like, people that are right of center, that are free market, that are Black Americans. And they were like, hey, turn in your applications so you can like basically have this administrative kind of rollout. And so they're doing that. They're going and actually telling people like, apply for these jobs in anticipation that Trump wins. And then you can have a bunch of people that go into the administration. So I would be more focused on that and kind of ignore all of the like social media influencers, because they're going to go ham, because they're going to feel like they have nothing to lose.
So Democrats, you're saying, are looking to throw this election, but keep it respectable. And that's why they're not going to sub in Gavin.
Yeah, because they still need to win in their states. You know what I'm saying? Like they're looking
How
at...
does that work? Like, how does Gavin affect their state elections?
Well, it's because of them just completely ignoring all of the activists that have taken their time and volunteered, turned out to primary, turned out to be delegates. All like think across like
You're
every
saying
state,
the infrastructure was set up for Joe, and then to swap it out would mean that they just did a whole bunch of work for nothing?
Yeah, it would be just a huge disrespect to the entire process.
Okay.
And I think that in and of itself, that play is going to basically take away all independence. And so down the ballot, Democrats would suffer across the country. They would lose a bunch of state houses, a bunch of state senates, where what you could still see is you could still see states that, let's say Biden wins a state, for instance, and within that state, the Democrats can still win. Or you might even have a state where, let's say, Joe Biden loses and Trump wins, but you're able to still keep some of your Democrat majorities. So that's the way that they're managing it, is like, if they blow it up to this degree, for what though? Because they know that Newsom's not going to beat Trump, in my opinion. And so if they blow it up, it's like it has to have an advantage to it. There has to be on the other side of it.
But why allow Joe to embarrass himself on that stage last night, if not to get him out of there?
Yeah, so I think that this is just a function of humans. Here's the problem. Joe Biden doesn't think that he's doing a bad job. It's that man's he's been in public office for 50 years. Okay.
Yeah.
And even with his dementia, he probably still views himself as like Joe Biden from the 80s and 90s. And he's like, I'm like, you can't tell me what to do. I've been in this system. I know what I'm doing. And I think that there's people around him that just don't have the heart to tell him, and because they want the power. It's not because they care about him. It's because they know that if they tell him, like, Joe, you got dementia, you better sit down, then he's gonna be like, you're fired. Like, get away from me. I don't want you in my presence.
I also think they like Joe at the helm because they know Joe is, well, they get to push him around, right? Like if you put Gavin Newsom in, Gavin Newsom's going to start being active. And that's going to take away their power, right? So now all those people that sit around either doing nothing or doing what they want, you can get away with that when you got Dementia Joe. You can't get away with that when you have a living, breathing body in office.
And I also think that Dementia Joe, before even having dementia, he was the same way. If you tell him what to do and you give him the right incentive, he'll be like, all right. And I think it's one of those situations where if you give him the idea, you plant it, he'll take advantage and be like, yeah, this is my plan. And it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure it is, Joe. It's your plan, buddy. Yep. And I think that, again, that's why you see, like, listen, Joe Biden is not like this like hardcore progressive dude. Like even last night he slipped up, right? He said illegal alien, bro.
He did say it.
Or illegal immigrant. Sorry, he said illegal immigrant.
Yep.
And he already got roasted a few days ago because he said it and no person is illegal. So that's the thing, is like they've planted all these ideas in his head that he thinks are his. But yeah, that's how I see it. Now I could be wrong. Maybe my kufi's on too loose, right? Maybe I need to tighten it up a couple of notches. But that's just the way that I see it, man. And I think that kind of the narrative that they're trying to push, and it's a lot of like these moderate right folks that are like so afraid that Trump is going to destroy, you know, like the moderate Republicans across America. And it's like, listen, that ship sailed. Like Trump is the nominee. He's going to be on the ballot, and this is what it is. So let's get behind it, or I guess, you know, support the deep state. And if you want to support the deep state, then support Biden. Yeah, that's literally what this is for. And so, like, I think they're trying to push this narrative for everyone to be afraid of Newsom. It's like, listen, Newsom will get stomped out by Trump because there's going to be a bunch of Democrats that participate in the process that are like, what? No, I didn't go out and caucus for Newsom. And how dare you try and come in like the 13th hour, not even the 11th, man. We already on to the next set of hours and try and say this is who it's going to be. Again, that's just too much of a naked power grab that just disrespects all the people, and that just ensures that they lose. So you know what? I want them to put Newsom up, because then Democrats will lose everywhere, every state, state houses, state senate. So yeah, Newsom 2024, baby. Let's go.
There it is. Hey, appreciate you for the great analysis, sir.
All right, man. Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill. It's one of our political experts here at the show, A.K. Kamara. He's a big wig over there in Minnesota, Republican Party. Barack Obama chimes in. He says, bad debate nights happen. Trust me, I know. But this election is still a choice between someone who has fought for ordinary folks his entire life and someone who only cares about himself. Between someone who tells the truth, who knows right from wrong, and will give it to the American people straight. Pause. And someone who lies through his teeth for his own benefit. Last night didn't change that, and it's why so much is at stake in November. JoeBiden.com. And that's why I say you don't need the Obamas, because they're going to come in surrogate all day long. You know, they're on speed dial. They're going to still work. You know, so Obama's behind. All right, let's go to Spotless. Let's go to Spotless, see what Spotless got for us. I'm going to keep updating you guys on what's trending here and what people are saying. Joe Biden is trending. The memes are endless. And this is just low hanging fruit. Chevron, the Supreme Court, we talked about that. Teleprompter. I'm waiting for Karine Jean-Pierre. Where's she at? Did she talk yet? What has she said? Uh-oh. Here we go. We got a message. We got a message here from the secretary.
Can you tell us more about his cold? When did he contract it? What did it affect his performance last night?
For COVID. So, okay, step back for a second.
Hold on a second.
Call from
Spotless.
Spotless, what's up, yo?
What's going on, man?
What's happening?
Yo, so my takeaway from this debate last night is with the advent of like the internet and podcasting and all of these ways of having long form conversations that we have now, there's no reason that when there's no reason that when two people are debating for the job that's supposedly the most important job, that's supposedly not a false election, not all of that nonsense, they should be able to talk extensively about every conceivable topic. And it shouldn't be just one debate, two debates, three debates. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. They should have weekly debates, like a weekly thing that they talk about some issue, and it should happen all election season. And that's the only way you could really get a full grasp of what somebody says they believe, whatever office they're running for. They should have to stand on it, and for more than like 2 minutes at a time. This is ridiculous. They used to have town halls where politicians would get up and talk for a long time about their platform and what they want to do. All them stories about Lincoln and all of that. And even now, we got, 100 and something years later, we got all this technology, but nothing. And that's because it's all bullshit. And neither party really want to go in depth and explain the nuts and bolts of why they want to do what they want, to do, because then people will get a real picture of it, and there's going to be even more voter apathy, a whole other thing. But
yeah,
that's pretty much all I got.
All right, good. Yay, man. I agree with you.
It was all comedy. It was enjoyable. It was funny. It was a shame watching the old man up there like that, but it's the people. They're gonna keep him up there. He is the king from season 1 of House of the Dragon. All them people. If anybody watched that, and all those advisors and cabinet people, they got a vested interest in making sure that he run all his, all the people. He in there 50 years, and he got a circle of people that he trusts. Even his inner circle is out of touch. So, they're running blind.
Yeah.
But that's all I got.
All right, appreciate you, bro. All right, let's see what the press secretary had to say.
So, yes, and I think we shared this with many people yesterday. The president had a cold. He had a sore throat. That happens. And that's what you heard last night.
What? Cold don't make you stupid.
And, I'll leave it there. I don't have anything else to add. I think Michael covered a lot of this just moments ago. But yes, he had a cold. He had a sore throat.
So this is on Air Force One en route to Queens, New York. I want to hear what she got to say when she talked to the media. That's what I want.
Once he knew that he had a cold and a sore throat, he certainly tested for COVID. It was negative, and then we moved on from there.
Why did the White House wait until the middle of the debate to release that information?
Look, I'll tell you this. Look, he had a strong debate prep week, and he got a cold, which happens. It happens. It's not unusual. It's not something, you don't share every time, the president has a cold. It happened. And once he had the cold and had a sore throat, again, he tested negative for COVID, and then we moved on.
But just curious about the disclosure of that information.
Tyler, he got a cold. It happened.
In terms of when the sequencing, like instead of before the debate, in the middle of the debate, how you decide when to put it out.
Obviously, during the debate, we were asked if the president has a cold. We said, we were asked about his hoarse voice. We shared that he had a cold. We shared that he tested negative, and then we moved on. That's it. It was from his voice as he was speaking during the debate, obviously.
Were there plans to let the public know if you weren't asked about it?
It happens. He had a cold.
Right, but you're during the debate, that was the blame for why he wasn't doing well.
He had a hoarse voice. So people asked why he had a hoarse voice, because he had a cold. And we also shared. We took a step further and shared that he tested for COVID and was negative. I mean, he had a cold. That's what it was.
I don't think he had a cold. Tari, what's up, bro?
Look, man, you heard our press secretary, okay? Yeah, he had a cold and a sore throat, okay? That's what that was, everybody.
I don't believe that at all. I refuse to believe. I don't think he had a cold. Usually, cold come with runny nose. It comes with runny nose. It comes with sneezing, right? Sore throat is definitely going to be one of the symptoms, but I don't think he had a cold. I don't believe that. I think his voice is hoarse because he hadn't spoke all day, and that was the first time he spoke. Because they sit him in a dark room in the basement somewhere and pull him out whenever it's time for him to make an appearance. Every time I wake up in the morning, my voice sounds like that. He just woke up. That's what that voice was. I just woke up voice.
That is what that sounded like, yeah.
And that's and that's why his brain wasn't working either, because you notice as he went on, he got better, right? That's to me is somebody who just woke up. They were on their way to the debate, and he was asleep in the car like a child.
Part of my theory for that too is I think Trump got him a little worked up. Like
also true.
Trump was performing a little better than him, and he woke up a little bit. He was like, I gotta be on my toes.
Yes.
But I mean, you can tell they're running out of spin. I mean, you see her spinning her wheels. Kamala Harris is spinning her wheels. They trying to come up with some spin. The lady on MSNBC all but admitted, she was like, "Can we just not spin this one?" she was like, "No, we're not going to spin it." Like, no, y'all still trying to spin, but y'all just running out of shit to say.
There's nothing to spin.
You can't defend it no more.
No, you can't.
They can't defend it anymore. But I don't know about replacing him. I think that they gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. I think you see his wife at the little after thing. She I don't think she'll let him give it up that easy. You know, I think they all trying to ride it till the wheels fall off. So until he fall out, I don't see, like, they might have had Gavin there just in case, you know, he fall out or something.
He was helping with prep. Gavin was helping with prep.
Well, no, I'm saying if he does fall out temporarily, technically Kamala would have to take over.
Yeah.
Temporarily.
Right.
And I think technically she'd probably have to have somebody that would move up into that spot and everything too. So I don't know. They might have him around just in case. They just have to put somebody there in case he fall out. I think that he might just be like the last minute backup plan, if so, because they don't really care. I don't think they really care about his political capital. I don't think they care about running him in the future. I don't think that's a concern at all. I think if once they get Trump in there, they're going to have a couple years to get somebody else ready to put in that office. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's AOC or something, you know, they don't have time to kind of groom somebody else for a couple of years, start putting their name in the media more, start talking about, oh, what if this person ran for president? You know how they do.
Yeah.
It's a whole little system. So I don't think they worried about it. I think it's like what you said. At this point, they might as well just let Trump win. Let some of the bad stuff fall on him. They can use that as ammo for him later. And then they can groom up whoever else they want to put in.
Yep.
They'll have more time.
Yep. I agree. Enjoy your weekend, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
Hotep and Bill. Let's get Jack Reeves in here. Jack, call in. Kelson with the... Wait, I just got a message from YouTube. New managing moderators can support your channel in even more ways. Introducing managing moderators. These users have the same capabilities as standard moderators, but in addition, they can manage block words and change chat modes in live. Interesting. Kelson with the $50 super.
This a real Hotep brother.
Adding to the pot, Hotep and build and hit the like button. Word. Thank you, Kelson. Appreciate you, bro. True Height, $5. Chevron doctrine went down recently thanks to Supreme Court, which is a good thing. Yeah. Jonah called in about that earlier.
Call from
Free Jonah Coalition.
Free Jonah Coalition. What's up, bro?
Yeah, this new coalition that we've started. I'm actually the vice president. The great president of our coalition is none other than Rudy the motherfucking vet Russo. Yeah, dude, we're gonna free Jonah. We got to get his ass out of there. We need you in Hotepistan, brother. You got to run the library or some shit, man. Like, I don't know. Like,
Head of
somebody smarter
research.
than me is
Head of research and conspiracy
yeah.
theories.
Well, no, Jonah, he doesn't really do conspiracy theories, brother. He brings fucking rock solid truth like every time, man.
He does.
Yeah, we're gonna come get you, Jonah. We're gonna send in fucking Bill Team 6, Hotepistan Division. It's gonna be great, man. Get you out of there, bring you home safe.
Word.
Well, yeah, we'll have Goldstein, the Hotepistan Secret Service, will be protecting you at all times. Yeah, we gotta get this shit done, man. Fucking great stuff as always. I just want to give a shout out to my little brother Jonah. Fucking great content as always. It's Friday, man. You guys all, take care out there. Stay cool. It's fucking getting hotter. Pardon my French Canadian.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Enjoy
man.
your weekend,
Yeah.
bro. Stay
Hey, you guys-
cool.
Always, brother. Hey, peace, love, light, Hotep, and build.
Hotep and build. Let's get Reed in here. Hold on. Jay's World said put him in the research department. Love it. We had another one I missed here. Darion Gario, gotta go slave for the white man. Have a dope stream. $5 super. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Retro Neon, shout out to President Dubes. Retro Neon, and to be honest, if she ran and came out as trans, that would turn this election into even more of a clown show. Right. Retro Neon, $5 super. I have a feeling they're gonna put Hillary back in the game against Trump. Nah, Hillary, she ain't got it. Joe Music said the interns came and corrupted. That's how they got there in the first place. That's a good point.
Call from
Reed,
what's up, bro?
what's going on, Hotep? What's going on, Hotep Nation?
What's up,
Peace
man?
to the chat. I just wanted to talk about last night. The first thing that got me crazy was that it took that for everybody to say that Biden was messed up, his health was bad, when it's like we've been saying that for a few years now. So that was kind of like the first kind of like psyop to me. It was like, now everybody's saying something, it's like,
right.
Before that, it was like, oh, you're a right winger or whatever. It's like, no, this man is unhealthy. Like,
clearly,
it's actually embarrassing.
Clearly.
Yeah, it's like, so it took that for everybody to say that. That's what got me a little bit like, okay, that's one of the psyops. But the whole thing, man, with it, I feel like you said, like they want to lose. I feel like this whole presidential, the whole presidency for Biden, it just feels as though they wanted to kind of lose and soil everything. I mean, they really haven't done much. So for me, I agree with you. I think they want to bring Trump in. I think the financial crisis is looming. Not to go too conspiracy, but Agenda 2030 is still kind of pushing forward. I think that, like you said, they want to do a banking crisis. Let Trump keep exposing, quote unquote, the deep state with the, I even seen like a lot of 9/11 stuff coming back into the to the forefront. I don't know if you've seen that, but
we talked about it the other day.
Yeah, as a person who is, that's kind of how, like, I was still young when it happened, but
You've seen the
started to kind of
documentaries, you question the narrative, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of is what, like, made me be like, oh, okay, this is what they talk about in rap music, and, it started to piece everything kind of together of just like that. So I've seen that kind of come back to the forefront. Maybe he exposes some of that, and then, exposes the monetary system that we have and the Federal Reserve. It would be perfect to just kind of like dump on the system and then say, here's the right system. You know what I mean? Like, here's the system we should go with now. Yeah,
here's the Great Reset.
Yeah, basically. I hate to say those words, but yeah, it's the pinnacle of that. It's the what do you say? How do you say it in a story? That is the
Climax.
I forget the
Turning
climax.
point?
Yeah,
Climax.
Yeah,
okay.
that's the climax. That's the climax of it, and it just seems like it's setting itself up perfect. Because, like you said, they set him up. I mean, everybody's been saying that, so why'd y'all put him out there? You had a week to do. So to me, it just all just makes sense. And like most people don't understand the monetary system already. They just know something is wrong and something isn't correct. And you know who isn't but perfect, who isn't the perfect candidate or the perfect person besides Trump to like kind of usher in that to where his base won't really question him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's just kind of how I've been seeing
And the
things.
left is with it. And the left is with the digital currency. So
so it won't really be any pushback from them, you know, because that's like
it's gonna slide through bipartisan.
So you know, that's just kind of how I see it, man. I love what Rudy said. I'm with the Michelle thing. Like, yeah, the Obamas is kind of living a soft life. You know what I mean. They could just pop up when they want. They don't really have to be there. Obama could just tweet like he did today, and you know he doesn't really have to come outside or anything like that. You don't really have to see him, and you know. So I don't think that they're gonna push her. I think that's just like you said. They would have pushed her before Hillary. So yeah, I think that's like they saying that's a little too tight on the kufi. But maybe what I'm saying is tight on the kufi. Maybe what we're saying is a little bit, you know, too far-fetched.
I think that the only thing that made any amount of sense was when Strong Dad said the whole pool incident with the dude drowning in the lake or whatever that was. That's the only piece that if we were to throw our kufi on our 10-4 kufi and say, okay, that would be good blackmail, that's as close as we come. But I feel like we're so distanced from that, it's not going to work. But that's as close as we can get.
I think I only heard that on your platform. Like I think I maybe seen it on Twitter here and there. You know, the whole I guess in a river incident or something like that. Yeah. And it was a chef. Was it the chef? I don't really remember.
I think it was a chef. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just real weird. It was just all weird, and it really didn't get any press. I think they made like one announcement, and then that was that. But yeah, maybe that's some blackmail. But like you said, what could they say? Oh, you killed the person because they found out you was trans. Like, okay, like, you know, oh, that would give them more power. See, you had even the president's wife had to be in secret because of, you know what I mean? Like, I could. Even she had to hide who she was, and I could see them making a plan for that already, and it's sticking.
Yeah.
Especially because I believe a lot of you know, red whites and them, they a little on the inside, but you know that's
we're gonna talk about him now. I'm gonna talk about him right now. I got a tweet I'm about to pull up in a second. You about to see it.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to give my little piece, AJ. Peace to the chat. Peace to everybody that talk. Love the show. Thank you for doing what you do, AJ.
Hey, no doubt. Appreciate you, man. Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill.
I want to show y'all something that popped up on my feed yesterday, and I was just like, oh, what planet are you guys on? Here it is. And sometimes I'm like, are you guys misleading people on purpose, or are you just really oblivious? This guy says, at what point did our government begin to be the bad guys? And I was like, have you ever read what Alexander Hamilton said about y'all? Answer. It was always the bad guys. Then I had to double down. Nigga, this is your president, George Washington. This is George Washington. Look at that. Anybody know what that hand sign means? Can anybody in the chat tell us what that hand sign means? Anybody? This is allegedly the first president of the United States of America. What does that hand sign mean? You think he's just digging in his armpit? You think he got an itch? You think he just got his hand over his heart because he's doing the Pledge of Allegiance? Like literally. What are we doing here, people? Yeah, Brandon. Exactly. This your president. Yeah, Angelia. The hidden hand. At what point did your government become the bad guys? I'm trying to figure out when y'all had good guys.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
What are y'all talking about? Oh, he reaching for the gun? Vince said he holding on to the burner. My bad, you right. He's checking for his wallet at the Grifties. Oh, come on, Lord. Oh man, my bad. Y'all right. He reaching for the gun. I stayed corrected. What do I know? What do I know? I don't know shit. Jonah wants to double dip. We're gonna let Jonah double dip. Then we're gonna start winding down this show today. I got shit to do. Abraham Lincoln wasn't good? You think Abraham Lincoln was good? I hope you trolling, right? You trolling, right? Oh my God. Abraham fucking Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was a communist. Don't let Jonah lash into your ass. Pause.
From
Jonah, what you got for us?
Yeah, that Jean-Pierre audio reminded me of one thing. You know that the clip that the chick says, "Oh, he had the questions." Can you run that back real quick?
Yeah, she said he had the questions.
Yeah, but the whole thing, and there's something else that everyone else was missing.
Hold on. Let me find it. Is it this one? No, hold on.
I want you to listen to the whole thing and see if you pick up what I pick up.
Oh, here it is. All right, I'm going to play it back right now. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to play the whole thing back. Hold on.
He goes through 6 days of preparation at Camp David.
More than that.
And they know the
It
rules.
was more than a week.
Okay, so more than a week. They know the rules. He practices with the mics. He knows every one of these questions is coming. And yet he couldn't fill the time. Now, I just want to, let's see what the White House is saying. Sources close to the White House are saying he had a cold, wasn't feeling well. I mean, as you would expect, that came out early on in the debate. But what accounts for someone with so much experience doing so much preparation and this being the outcome?
Honestly, I think the question answers itself. He wasn't capable of doing any better than he did.
What is it? Camp David?
He knew the mics.
Oh, he knew the mics.
He knew the mics.
Oh, yeah. They said he had access to the mics, right.
So they were dry running this shit? Practice running it?
Yeah.
Because, like, let's be honest, she's not saying he knows a microphone because he's been in office for fucking 50 years. She says he knew the mics.
Right.
So he was there in sight.
Or he had the mics somewhere else.
That too, but either way, there's something fucking suspicious about he knew the mics comment.
You know, you might be onto something, Jonah. I didn't want to. I heard that, right? But I didn't think there was anything there because you know, maybe there was some preps. But the thing that troubled me was like, what's the point in saying he knew the mics?
Yeah, and it's like I say, she's not saying he knows a microphone.
Yeah.
Like if you say he knows a microphone, yeah, he's been in politics for fucking 50 years.
Right.
He was elected before he was old enough to sit in Senate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he knew the mics is specific about those mics for that stage.
Yeah.
There's something way fucking fishy about that.
If you come up with it, let me know, man.
Yeah, Hotep and Build.
Hotep and Build. Yeah, I caught that the first time. But I figured it was more like a situation where, like I have a Shure mic, right? And it's just like, well, this is the mic you're going to be using, so get used to using it. Or, we're in a chess tournament and like, here's the clocks we use it, so you're prepared and you know how to set the clocks, make sure everything's okay. So I thought it was more like prep, like, they have the same mics that they're preparing for with that. I just didn't get the point of her saying that, which now that Jonah brings it up, it's like, well, why did she say that? Why did she say he had the mics? Like, what does that have to do with preparing for the debate? It's a little suspicious. Good eye there, Jonah. Good eye there, Jonah. Jabari, word on the NJ Black Boulay Street is they're getting Andy Kim, Asian millennial, and Ras Baraka, son of black nationalist royalty, ready for 2028. Wow. Interesting. Strong Dad with the $5 super. Ross Baraka? Wow. Jonah is that fortune teller dude in Constantine locked in a room with his hands on hovering over open books and newspaper clippings. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Oh, what a week, man. What a week. Shout out to Jabari, Strong Dad, True Hype, Kelson with the big boy super, Darion Gario, Daniel Hawk, Retro Neon, Joe Music, Sears Up, Hotep Daxter. Appreciate y'all on funding the show today. You guys are absolutely amazing. We appreciate you. Don't forget HotepCon tickets going on sale soon, October 3rd to the 6th. Miami, Florida. I'm gonna lock in some prices on some things, and then we're gonna get that going shortly. All right, we're gonna get some pricings and lock that in. Unfortunately, Rumble wasn't working today. Again, I think Rumble wasn't working because they fucked around and found out. You know, they did some shit last night, talking shit, and now their systems are wild. So I couldn't stream the Rumble today. Hopefully things will be back to normal on Monday. So I streamed on to Twitter. So yeah, that's where the backup is going to be. In the meantime, be well, stay merry, tell somebody in your family that you love them. And as always, Hotep and Bill.
Welcome to the 4th annual Grifties and the first ever live Grifty Awards. And now for your hosts, Uncle Hotep and Hotep Jesus.
Yo, no George, but I can't even breathe in this joint.
That's fucked up. He working on that Coon of the Year award.
Black people, am I right? We've got some great categories tonight, including athletes.
We'll say what's up to your dad.
Season's COVID-19.
Who did you want? Hamlin? Hamlin's a sleeper. Hamlin's a sleeper. Female, musical, celebrity, people's political grifty, the Hall of Fame, and a surprise category.
Y'all see we professional, we got the teleprompter and shit. And of course, the one everyone is waiting for, Grifter of the Year Award.
From podcasts to movies.
DJ Protocol.
Yeah, DJ, that's the time to do it.
This is not a grift. I really think Lil Nas X is a gay demon.
How dare you?
Unlike most modern award shows, none of these women have penises.
Women shouldn't speak anyways.
Y'all picked the blackest room for a black. Paint the walls white so I can see y'all next time.
All coons look alike to me.
Some of you white people too. Some of y'all look like you came from 8 Mile.
We're halfway through, no one's been shot yet.
But I'm going to say at the Grifty Awards, there's only one person more arrogant, more self-assured than me, and that's Hotep Jesus.
Grifter of the Year. Clap it up for old Uncle Hotep.
Hopefully my kids will watch this and be inspired and stuff like that.
Fuck them kids.
I'm looking for my wallet. I'm like, oh, thank God he didn't take it. Thank God.